I am here. Okay, cool. I have your comments open. Woo! Thank you. And it so often isn't. Oh man, you know what would have been perfect? I should have worn my Bulbasaur hat for this. All right. That's me. I got both. I really are. Cool. I was gonna say I gotta cook. Tonight's my night to cook dinner. So if there's Pokemon that neither of us care about, we're ranking and moving on. Here we go. Oh, stop. I have disappeared. Oh, people commented that they can hear me, but they can't hear you. Did you see that? I don't know. Technology being great till it's not.
Hello?
I can hear you. I sure can. Still no sound. I guess you guys just have to listen to me for the rest of the time. So sorry. Uh, for anybody who's been here since the stream started, did Finn have audio and then lose audio, or did Finn just never have audio the whole time and we didn't notice? Oh, nothing from the beginning. The whole time you've been talking. Oh, somebody said Finn had audio for a few seconds. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it was picking up your audio from my end, they'd still be able to hear you because I'm not using a headphone to hear you right now. Yeah, it cut in and out, but only for 1 or 2 words. Somebody said I assume the lack of audio is some sort of avant-garde film thing. We're actually doing, yeah, a totally silent ranking. It will just be facial expressions is how we're going to communicate this. Wow, a wild win for TikTok Live. Not usually the one coming out on top.
Oh, it's not connected. Can you hear me now? I can hear myself now. Disgusting.
I can hear you, but I've always been able to, so.
It just like
Yes, but you're soft.
soft. Okay, I can work with that though.
Just
You can
screaming.
still hear me. Okay. I can work with that. I can make it louder. I can make it louder. A little bit. Is this working? Is this better? Can you hear me?
You sound echoey but robotic.
Echoey but robotic.
I wonder if the echo's from me. If I get headphones, if that would go away.
Okay, Waka's hearing echo. Cute. Love this for us.
I'm trying to get Leander to come bring me my headphones.
How's everybody doing today? Echoey or not? Sound check? Oh, I'm so loud on TikTok.
Just blasting them.
Just absolutely blasting. It was kind of better? Okay. I'm not being quiet because I'm not excited about Gen 1 Joshlinks. Goodness. Alright, can you guys hear us well enough that we could start, do you think? You can hear, is it still terribly echoey? Like, are we suffering? Are we screaming, crying, throwing up at the moment? I'm holding the microphone as close to my face as possible in the hopes that you will be able to hear me. Soft now. So quiet. Why so quiet? Turning my...
Maddie is exceptionally loud.
Noted. I can turn Maddie down a little bit. Okay.
It's just me. It's just my normal speaking voice.
How is this? How is this? Robin, are we good? Have we done it? It's a lot better. Alright, you know what?
We did it!
Hi, Kyle! Hi, Goose! How are y'all doing? Not technical difficulty, that's just Maddie. Dang!
Oh, okay. I have headphones, so maybe this will help with the echo, just in case it's from me.
Bring her back. Okay. Oh. Another interesting thing.
I don't know if this helps with the echo now, because you are no longer projecting your voice where I am.
Hang on. We're just we're doing some stuff where... No. Oh no, where did she go? Maddie's missing.
Where did I go?
Maddie's missing.
Oh no!
Okay. You guys are just watching the magic happen right now. This is just what it's like to be a streamer. Littler. Okay. Okay. This is just what it's like to be a streamer sometimes. Sometimes everything is confusing the whole time and you don't understand what's going on and you do your best and it still just throws you off and that's just okay. That's okay. And
Can you hear me yet?
yes, I can
Again?
hear you. You're just
Okay.
visually missing. I just can't see.
Ah,
So I'm putting you
okay.
back because it's a mess.
Cool.
Why does this always happen? Someday you're gonna get a computer, guys. Let's crowdfund and get Maddie a computer so that we don't have to do it like this again.
Everybody, please go watch and share all my frickin' videos. Sorry, TikTok.
Let's get Maddie a computer so that we don't have to do this anymore. Okay.
Somebody asked if we take briberies for rankings. It depends on the Pokemon you're trying to boost. Because if it's a bird, I don't know about that. But if it's not a bird, I'm willing to talk.
Okay. I think I got it.
Somebody just asked, am I streaming from my phone? Every time we've done this, have streamed from my phone. I do not own a computer.
Every time we've done this, it's been a train wreck of an experience in like a fun way.
in a power of friendship kind of way.
In a power of friendship kind of way. Okay. You know what? I think that's gonna be good for now. That's gotta be good for now because there's I got nothing else going for me. Okay. All right. Okay, Maddie, are you ready? Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you. Appreciate you and your lightning bolts. All right, let's get this show on the road. Let's see what we're rocking with over here. Perfect. All right, we got Bulbasaur, and based upon the hat that is here among us, I think we can all guess. I think we can all guess where we want to put this to. Kyle, we do need to do a chaotic live together. It would be somehow worse with all three of us. $10 donation is Illumise in one tier higher. Amazing.
I mean, you can make a bank off that because we know she's going in the bottom.
We know she's going in the well. So
there will be a line just for her.
For $40, she'll go in S tier. Bulbasaur. I think we all know where we're putting Bulbasaur. The two of us.
I think so.
A girl like me and a girl like you. I think Bulbasaur's going in S. Thank you.
Absolutely. Bulbasaur is a perfect baby, and we love him.
It's just magical. Okay, now we got Ivysaur.
Take the head off.
I have positive feelings about Ivysaur. I think its coloring is a little bit weird. The fact that like Bulbasaur and Venusaur are like the exact same color, but Ivysaur's got like a whole blue deal going on.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
But I
do think of the like starters, he is, in my mind, the most consistently in between.
Yeah.
Like he is a very clear transition into like the flower on Venusaur's back and everything. So I think he gets points for that. But I do agree. I don't like when they're like, why did one get a weird color?
Yeah. I wonder if it could be because that they like printed them weird. So like there was a whole discussion where it's like when the original illustrations were getting scanned in, they got a little bit messed up. And so
yeah, I've seen that.
I wonder if it's just because of that. I don't really know.
I don't know. I still personally would say that he's an S tier, but I'm willing to not fight if he goes to A for being not the right color.
I'll put it in S. I really like the Bulbasaur line. I don't know if that's clear, but I'm obsessed with it. I'm a huge fan.
Same.
Okay, Venusaur.
Also, I'm gonna say S. Okay. Like, do I think he's the best Pokemon ever? No, but really like,
good though.
Yeah, and also like, I know that you have like a soft spot for Blastoise, but I think of the original 3 starters, like he's great, and like just from like a game perspective, the fact that it's the whole line is like start stool type, which again isn't really like a Venusaur specific thing, but like that was really helpful. That's like this is you're new, pick this one.
Pick this one.
You're gonna be okay.
It'll work out. Okay, so it has mega evolutions in here, which I'm not sure you're familiar with, but
I'm not.
we have Mega Venusaur. We could also just like make
Um,
another tier for megas that we don't want to look at right now. If you
yeah,
feel
I'm not, I don't feel strongly about a lot of the megas unless they are like truly horrendous. Like, he's fine. He looks like Venusaur with like, a little bit extra, which I guess is the prompt, so.
how about we make a tier and we call it Mega Evolutions. And we just there we go. Yeah. We make it Mega Evolutions and then we put them in order of how much we like them down at the bottom. So they don't like
That
they're
works
not
for
like
me.
in our main tier list, but they're like
Yeah,
it's in the Mega Evolutions. When we get another Mega, we'll say higher or lower, that kind of deal.
that works for me.
All right, we got Charmander. I think
I love
Charmander's all right.
Flashlight.
I think he's cute. I don't think it's as
He's
good as
great.
Bulbasaur, honestly,
He's he's not.
as a
I do think
concept.
he has better Indigo League episodes than Bulbasaur and Squirtle.
That
Like,
is
I don't know
true.
what all we're taking into consideration for
We're
this,
taking
but
everything.
he
This is a
definitely,
holistic
yeah.
ranking.
I think that like he got a better characterization
It did.
in the anime. Like I love Bulbasaur, but in the anime, Bulbasaur, and when he's introduced, it's like, who's this aggressive frog?
Yeah.
Um, but like, so I do really like him for that, and like he's cute. They pulled out in the anime a lot to use him as a little flashlight. Like I like him.
I
I'm not going to be this positive for the rest of the line.
I would put Charmander in S tier, but I would put it below Bulbasaur.
Yes, I think that's yes.
I think it can be just right over here. Look, what a strong start for Generation 1 right now.
Hmm.
And then we've
I
got
know they're going to call us Gen 1 winners when we're done.
maybe, we'll see. We got Charmeleon, which I have specifically more negative feelings about.
I have nothing good to say about Charmeleon.
It's a
I
weird middle stage evolution.
it's it's a bad middle stage evolution. Um,
It really started the trend of like very middle evolutions, and
yeah.
I feel bad for it, but why did they do that about it?
Also, I mean, it's gonna get, I guess, the same knock that Ivysaur gets, which is why are you that color?
There's no
Where
reason.
did that come
Same
from?
thing with well, I mean the whole Squirtle line is different colors, so like I can't be that mad for that one, but just why did they do this? Why are all the colors
Yeah.
so different? I would
So
like to put Charmeleon in C.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I that's
Yeah.
just how I feel.
I can't imagine, and I'm sorry because I'm sure it is someone's favorite, but if even if you like that line, if that's like your favorite line, Charmeleon's not your favorite in that line.
Charmeleon's
You
not
like
good.
Charmander or you like Charizard.
Yeah, I would agree there. I just don't know what's going on with it. Charizard. Charizard is a complicated situation, as I have
I think
discussed.
that sometimes it gets a bad rap just for the fact that it is on everything. Like Pokemon merch is oversaturated with Charizard, and it seems like the games maybe are a little bit too.
Yes.
Looking at those two megas coming up,
Looking at them.
um, but also like I don't like Charizard in the anime, and I know that like he's got this whole character arc of like he's a jerk, and then he comes around, and then he's got this big send off, but like
Yeah, but like,
man,
why
the
did you
whole
have to be a
time I was
jerk?
like,
Why did you have to be a jerk in the first place?
right. I was just like, I'm not feeling emotional that he's leaving. I'm not gonna miss him. Like,
No, he was mean the whole
okay.
time.
Um, so I don't really I never I in any of the games that I could use him, I haven't really used him. I just
And then I
I
have
don't I
conflicted
don't
feelings about the people who really like Charizard being really mean.
Yeah, they're like Rick and Morty fans of the Pokemon universe. Just like I get it. You like him. It's
Look, it's
fine. It's
neat.
okay.
It's a big orange dragon. What's not to like? But
Yeah,
like, you don't. It doesn't
right.
have to be your favorite. It doesn't like. It's not. It doesn't. It doesn't have to be everybody's favorite. Not everybody has to love it.
Hmm. It doesn't. Yeah, yeah. So I think he really gets a disservice from his fans.
Yes, I would agree. I would put. I would put Charizard in B because I have a very complicated relationship with Charizard.
I think that's fair. And also, I mean, for as much as it's oversaturated, the things with Charizard on it are selling, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why it's oversaturated. Like, he is a popular Pokemon.
Yeah, and I love that for Charizard. I just don't want to be forced to also like Charizard to the same level.
Right.
So I think B? Does B sound good
Yeah.
to us? Yeah. All right, we got Mega Charizard X, which is this black and blue dragon. I think it's pretty
I
cool.
I am partial to any fire type Pokemon that turns blue for the
Mm-hmm.
shiny.
I think it's a
Like
better
Ponyta, I like that.
I think it's a better Mega Evolution than the Venusaur Mega Evolution.
It hurts me to side against Venusaur, but I'm gonna agree because I think it brings more. It does something extra.
It
I
was more
like the blue.
transformational.
Yeah. I just really like the blue flame.
The Blue Flame, it's real good. Yeah. There is sound now, beautiful Eric. Now, the Charizard Y Mega Evolution, by contrast, horrible. Nothing.
Yeah. Give us nothing.
Give us absolutely nothing. Throw it at the bottom of the well. Hi, Mallory.
Mallory! Somebody said, is this based on aesthetics? What's the criteria? It's not based on aesthetics, although we did admittedly just base this one a little on aesthetics. But you missed. We had whole discussions about the playable viability of the Venusaur line and anime arcs and plots.
This
It's
is
not just how they look.
it's a holistic ranking. It's just based on whatever we feel. What's up, Go Bunny? Whatever we feel in our hearts about this Pokemon is where it gets ranked. Squirtle, I have a big soft spot for Squirtle.
So my soft spot for Squirtle is not game related. Again, this is a Pokemon that I just don't really care about play wise, but
Mm-hmm.
anime wise. Squirtle has an arc that, at least from what I've seen, that I like. I liked his little shades
Mm-hmm.
criminal backstory.
Big fan of the sunglasses.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm partial to Squirtle. I don't think he's my favorite, but I definitely think he's like a higher ranking
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon.
Squirtle was personally my very first starter, and that will always be special to me because I had Pokemon Blue version, and so I was like, well, Blastoise is on
Oh,
the cover,
yeah.
so I gotta pick Squirtle. Like that's just what we gotta do. And I loved my Blastoise. It was one of the first Pokemon that I got to level 100, and so
Oh,
I would like Squirtle to go in S tier.
I will not fight you on that. I think if I was doing this, he'd be A tier, but I don't think that he doesn't deserve S tier.
Can't fight with childhood like that. We know that Maddie is louder than me, but I can't get myself any louder, and I don't want Maddie to be ridiculously quiet. So, and changing things has caused problems so far.
I'll just ASMR the rest of the stream. It's okay, guys.
ASMR, Finn and Maddie, tier lists. Squirtle is really cute in Detective Pikachu. You're right. Maybe I just have to yell. Maybe I have to talk louder. Maybe
Do it.
this is the solution.
Scream. Project from your heart.
From my heart. From my heart, we must now talk about Wartortle, which.
Oh, okay. So I have mixed feelings about Wartortle.
Okay.
This is a middle stage. I don't think is good. I don't think it is a natural in between Squirtle and Blastoise.
Yeah.
That being said, Wartortle's anime episode was really good,
I don't
where
remember
they're
that one.
firefighters and like they have like a whole EMT thing that they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a really cool episode. I like that it does like kind of like world building. I like any episode in Pokemon that really builds out like not just like, oh, we use Pokemon for dog fights, but like
Mm-hmm.
here's what we actually do. And like so
Mm.
yeah, like Wartortles are firefighters and they have this whole academy, and it's really supposed to be a Squirtle centric episode because it's Ash's Squirtle like
Mm-hmm.
being like, I can do it too. But I thought that was really cool. And so when I look at Wartortle in my brain, I'm like, that's the firefighter Pokemon. And
Mm.
I really like that. It's only in the anime. I don't think there's any foundation for that in any of the games.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like my biggest critique is I don't think that this Pokemon looks like how Squirtle turns into Blastoise. I also, when I look at it, interpret his like tail and things as like air, not water. So it also doesn't make sense to me that way. But man, it's a good episode. Like War Turtles episode of the anime is good.
Gotcha. I see. The thing is, I don't think that it's a good. I don't think it's a middle stage evolution between the two. I do like it as it is, though. Like as a
Yeah,
Pokemon,
like
I think it would be cool. But the fact that it's connected to the other two, I'm just like, hey now, what are we doing here?
yeah, I agree with that. It's, I mean, like design wise, it's fine. And if it had been like water air type, I would have been like, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, my
Yeah.
only complaint is I just don't see how it turns from into Blastoise after. But other than that, I think it's a fine Pokemon.
Good note from Lilypip in the Twitch chat. The Squirtle line was originally supposed to be two different evolutionary lines. Wartortle's evolution used to look more similar to Wartortle, until the two lines were scrapped and remade into one evolution line. That makes so much sense.
Mm.
That makes total
Okay.
sense. I get that. I would put it in B, because I still think it's a good
Yes,
design. It's just not it's not giving. It's not giving
I
a
agree.
Blastoise.
I
But
agree
yeah,
with
sure.
B because I don't think an anime episode can carry you all the way to a higher tier.
No,
A single anime episode.
it brings it higher than Charmeleon because it still has more design wise going on than Charmeleon does, but it's just is B. I
Hmm.
feel. All right, we got Blastoise. Personally,
So
I really like
go ahead.
Blastoise, but you go
I know
go
you
on,
do.
say your piece.
I don't. I don't like Blastoise, but I know that you really do, and this is not a Pokemon with a hill I'm willing to die on. So I don't, wherever you want to put it. I know you had Pokemon Blue. That was your first starter, your first Pokemon to level 100. So wherever you feel it goes, I'm fine with that.
I think compared to Venusaur, it's lacking a lot in design because it is very much just kind of a turtle with like a weird cat head. And so I am willing to put it in A as a I'm willing to
I'll
put it
take
in
that.
A as a compromise for us.
And I'm willing, as we do this, to leave it even in top of A. I
Yeah.
just
I love Blastoise so much, but I can understand that it has shortcomings as far as like its general design and everything. Whereas like Venusaur, very fully designed Pokemon, and I really appreciate that about it.
is Blastoise a dual type Pokemon, or
Mm-mm.
is it just water
Just
still?
water.
Is Charizard flying fire
Yes.
or just
Yes, flying
fire?
fire.
Okay,
I don't know
that's
why. I don't know why it doesn't have dual
okay.
type. I don't
Okay.
know what dual type it would be because steel type didn't exist when this started.
I mean, but they're not above retroactively going back and changing them.
No,
Like
sure, but like
Clefairy
I feel
became
like it
fairy
should have
type.
gotten a dual type like right off the bat. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they would have made it with the
Yeah.
original typing.
What's up, Cub? Could have been rock. Could have been rock type. That would have been a weird typing. Oh, terrible against grass. And then we have the Blastoise Mega Evolution, which I do not enjoy.
I I don't like it. I really don't. It's just Blastoise more gun.
I think it's better. I think it's better than Charizard Y.
Yes.
I think it's better than Charizard Y. But that's all that I have to say about that.
That's good enough for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, I think that's where it should be. Blastoise should be Water Steel. That would be really cool. I think that would be neat. That would make it very similar to Empoleon, though, which is also Water Steel. But yeah,
I mean, there's like 4 firefighting starters, right?
that's
They can
true.
double up.
They can have another one. They can have another one. Why not? Okay, Caterpie. I like Caterpie. I think it's a
Caterpie's such a good little baby. Caterpie was a good introduction in the anime to like, Pokemon and catching Pokemon, and also like a big part of Misty's characterization.
mm-hmm. I don't know. I
Uh,
think it's good. I don't think it's like amazing, but I would put Caterpie in
no.
A tier, honestly.
Yeah,
Like it's nice. It's a nice little fella, and I'm happy with that. We got Metapod. How do you feel about Metapod? Do you feel anything about Metapod?
does anyone feel anything strongly about Metapod? He's a cute little guy, guys.
The biggest thing that I feel about, well, there's two things that I feel about Metapod, okay? One of them is that there's like a sleeping bag that is shaped like a Metapod, and I think that's fun.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like a life-size Metapod. You can climb in, you can become the Metapod. That's pretty fun. Chairman Caleb, thank you so much for the raid! Wow, 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 wow. How do you do a shout out? Let me see if I can figure it out.
Oh, everybody's little things are dancing.
Ish, oh, it's exclamation part.
Well, you figure that out. I just want to say, I feel like Metapod, Silicoon, Cascoon, like all of these like middle stage cocoon Pokemon, like there's nothing wrong with them, but it's definitely like
Yeah.
nobody's keeping that Pokemon at that stage. Like nobody's not letting this. Like there are some. Like when I get Chansey, she's not evolving to Blissey. She's staying Chansey. I don't think anybody's getting Metapod and is like, no, you're not
Yeah.
becoming a Butterfree. I'm keeping you as you are.
The chair. Let's see if I know how to do anything. The answer is no, I do not. Useless.
Tech is great till it's not.
Chairman Caleb. Did that work? It did work. There you go.
Yay!
Thank you, Caleb, for the raid. What are we saying? Y'all might like to check and see if there are. I think there my new emotes should be approved. So those of you with the ability to do those may like to try them. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. We're just talking about Metapod. We're just discussing Metapod. I feel that Metapod. Oh, the other thing that I think about Metapod, I thought the back of its head was its nose for a long time. I thought it was a face.
Oh, I see what you mean. So like
I thought it was
in
like
the
a
curve,
crescent
you thought it was
moon. Yes, I thought that was its
okay instead of
face.
out.
Did not enjoy that. Did not enjoy that about it. It was very
Yeah, that'll
weird.
do it. I mean, if this is so, like I think we're both in agreement. This is pretty meh. But like, is
Yeah.
this like a C tier Pokemon, or are we putting it lower than C
I
tier?
think I care less about it than Charmeleon.
Agreed.
Is how I feel. So I think it goes in D. Not because of anything it's done. It's just not exceptional. It's not exceptional in
C.
any way.
Okay, I'm actually gonna argue for C because I think that D tier is our lowest tier, and those have to be like bad.
Oh, that's the
Like
ones we
I think that
dislike. That's the ones we dislike. Okay, that's fine. I can put that in C about it.
because I think that like for it to be D tier, it can't just be like meh. It has to be like, all right,
I am
who
being
did that?
reminded that I could add F tier.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Shall I add an F
Well,
tier?
if we added F tier and that's for like we don't like these at all, then yeah, Metapod can go to D. I just think that the lowest tier we have has to be reserved for like this is bad. I don't like this.
No, I know exactly what we need to do.
Trying to lean in and read.
I'm calling it the well. We have another layer
The
called
well.
the well. I don't think that oh, I just renamed this tier. I don't need
Oh,
add row above. Oh my goodness. I'm a professional. I'm a professional, you know. These are okay. Okay, green and this is please. Please there we go. D tier. It could go in D tier. We don't. There we go. There we go. It's fine.
yay.
So
Okay.
S tier is like we love it unconditionally. It's amazing. A, it's a pretty good Pokemon. Enjoy it a lot. B tier.
Yep.
For whatever
It's good.
reason.
It's fine.
For whatever
Maybe not for
reason.
us, but we can admit it's good.
Exactly. We can admit it's good. C tier. No.
Mm.
No, not really. D tier. What is this? What's going on? And then the well, we hate it. We hate it so much. Get it out of here. I never want to see it
Yep.
again. I think that's fine. I feel like that's
I
fine.
think we're good here.
Yeah. Okay. Butterfree. I know you're a big fan of Butterfree.
So, okay, here's the thing, and this is gonna sound wild because I have it tattooed on me. I'm not.
Oh my gosh,
I think
calls
Butterfree's
out.
fine. So the whole point is I had this amazing tattoo artist who was doing this Chansey art on me, and when she initially designed it, had Chansey looking up and reaching for a Vivian, Vivian.
Vivian.
And I did not know who that was at the
Mm-hmm.
time. So I said, hey, I'm sure that's a great Pokemon. I don't know it yet. I do know Butterfree, and I really like this design. So we did a Butterfree.
Mm-hmm.
So I like obviously I don't hate it or I wouldn't have gotten tattooed on me. But
Mm-hmm.
like I don't have like special affinity for Butterfree other than the fact that it is tattooed on my body
Mm-hmm.
because it was a cool Pokemon design.
Gotcha. I
Um
remember actually you telling me about that. You sent me the design, and you were like, "I don't know what that one." I was
yeah,
like, "You could have it switched out with a Butterfree." And you're like, "Oh,
right.
that's a good idea."
I do think though, Bye Bye Butterfree, like when people talk about Indigo League episodes, that is one of the like most iconic episodes of the anime. So I
Yeah.
also will always give Butterfree props for that. That like I remember the first time I watched it, which I was an adult. I don't know how y'all felt when you were kids watching this, being
So
like, "Oh, he's
sad.
not really gonna let go of his
I was
Pokemon. Like
so
that's not
upset.
gonna happen." Um, so see now I feel like I'm talking myself back into being a fan of Butterfree. So I really like that. And also, how to word this so TikTok doesn't get mad. Canonically, that was a male Butterfree with another male Butterfree. So that means that's just fun. That's fun to include in the lore of things.
We love that.
Um, so wow, I think I just talked myself back into really liking Butterfree.
I think
But
it's a
yeah,
really nice design. I do enjoy it.
yeah,
I just don't feel any like emotional attachment to it.
I think that's fair. And I don't think this is an S tier Pokemon. I don't even know that I would say it's an A tier Pokemon, even though all the things I just said are things that I think are hype. Because like I cannot imagine that anybody in the games is very seriously using this Pokemon.
Mm-mm.
And not that competitive viability is the end all be all, but like
It is a factor that we should take into account. Like it's not the only thing that can make a Pokemon good, but like compared to like all the other we have Caterpie in A about but like I feel like Butterfree should go next to Caterpie at the very least.
sure.
Oh,
I'm
you're
also
being asked to give your background about Pokemon?
oh, hey! My name is Maddie, and I was not allowed to watch, read, or play Pokemon as a child, and now I'm getting into it. I wasn't allowed to engage with Pokemon, not for religious reasons, but for hippie parent reasons. I wasn't allowed to watch TV or play video games or stuff as a kid. So now I'm an adult, and I have a TikTok that was initially all like story times and stuff, and I just happened to one day make a silly, goofy video using a Pokemon filter, and in it said I was not allowed to watch, read, or play Pokemon Child. And I made a lot of mistakes in that video. I don't know anything, or I didn't know anything about Pokemon, and people were like, "Oh my god, how could you not know these things?" And that spiraled into now over a year later, my entire account is Pokemon, and I have gotten into it.
Here you are, into it.
So that's also why I guess as we go into this, I do not have a lot of game experience. Like all the gaming stuff that's going to come into this is probably going to be from Finn. It's not going to be from me because I've only played a couple games so far. I've only seen a couple seasons of the show. I'm doing my best.
Yeah. Cub, did I fix it? You were asking about the audio. I realized I was doing something different. But yeah. I Maddie's into it now. She's maybe as much of a Pokemon fan as I am. It's been over a year now.
Yeah, it's crazy. I actually yesterday, my boyfriend and I were out to dinner, and he has been into Pokemon since he was a kid, and he was kind of teasing me because there's still a lot of stuff that I don't know,
Sure.
but he was kind of kind of ribbing me, and he was like, "What's Dragon type week two?" And I was like, "I know that now. I know that." And he was like, "Oh, what's Psychic type week two?" And I was like, "I know that one too." Like I was so hyped because
Good
type
for
advantages are
you.
not my forte.
There's a lot of them. I don't know. There's the types of Pokemon that I dislike the most are the ones that I do not remember the type advantages to. Like
I feel
Steel I'm learning, but I don't know what Steel's good against a lot of the time.
I have no idea what Steel is good or bad against, but luckily the two that he asked me, I knew because they were gimmicky, like the psychic one. It's like,
I
oh,
like
people
those
are scared
ones.
of the dark, ghosts, and bugs. But yeah, he was like, oh my god, I can't believe you knew that. And I was like, I can't believe I knew this.
Poison type is also one that I get mixed up on. I know ground is good against it. I know it's good against grass, and I am lost in a lot of other ways. Steel is good against
Yep.
rock, ice, and fairy. Oh yeah, cause fairies are supposed to be like poisoned by iron or whatever.
Yeah.
That's confusing to me. All right, we got a Weedle. We got a Weedle on screen. It's the way we have gotten through 12 Pokemon.
Before we started, we're like, we're gonna go.
We'll get to the point
Weedle,
where we're gonna be too tired.
Weedle's got to be D, if not the well. I don't care about this bug.
Oh.
I don't.
Oh, strong Weedle feelings. Oh my gosh. Into the well, you say?
Caterpie's a little guy, so I love him. Weedle is little guy derogatory. Like, I don't like him.
So he's like a little guy in like a my mom says I can't hang out with you kind of way.
Yeah, like if Caterpie is our Mario, this is my Wario. Like you're just trying to repeat the magic of Caterpie, and it's not there.
All right, I would say I would not put Weedle in the well. I think it's pretty cute, but I'll put it in D for you.
Okay.
I can accept putting Caterpie in D for you. Or, not Caterpie, Weedle. I'm gonna put it above Metapod, though. Because I feel so much more meh about Metapod than I feel about...
I'll accept. I came out swinging and you let me, so I'll accept where you want to put it in that tier.
Because, well, if I was doing this list alone, I think I would have put it in C. And so I'm saying that, like, right around here is, like, probably a more of a midpoint for me.
Okay.
Putting it in D, because I wouldn't put it in the well. That's a little much for this little infant here.
To be honest, for me, the whole line is
in the well. Okay, because Kakuna I would put in front of Metapod because I think that of the two Cocoons, it's a better one.
It does have more personality. Like, I'll give him that.
It's got less of a weird vibe going on. Its aura is a little bit better, I would say. But I don't.
You understand which way the face is.
Yes. I look at it and I say, I know what this thing's face looks like. It does have a tie. That is true. It's doing business casual. Business formal? I don't know if business casual includes a tie or not. Beedrill, however, very scary in the anime.
D, not D. Well, honestly,
but I would put it in the well for just in the way the anime has portrayed it.
Okay, yeah,
and also for real, and maybe people comment Big Dick V on every single one of my videos that has Beedrill included.
Oh. Yeah, that's the other thing is we all talk about like the weird Vaporeon comments, but when fucking Beedrill's in the video, and it sucks for Beedrill that it got such a treatment from the anime, but that is like a canonically evil Pokemon.
It's not
I want it gone.
Fault, but it's so upsetting. It's so upsetting.
Every time it's on screen,
it's only mad.
And like aggressive, and I know it's a wasp or whatever, but like we didn't have to do this. We didn't have. Why are we hiding in a cabin in the woods from the Beedrills? I don't like this.
Why is Beedrill the scariest Pokemon in the entire show? Like, come on, it's a bee. It's not that strong.
For real. I would be more comfortable being in the same room as, like, Mewtwo from the movie than I would be Beedrill from the anime.
At least you can reason with Mewtwo. The Beedrills just want your bones.
Like, at least if Mewtwo's gonna take me out, I think it's gonna be... But, like... The whole swarm of Beedrills coming at me? Absolutely not.
You better hope you're not allergic to Beedrills because they want you dead. They don't want you to be here anymore.
There's even a scene in the anime where they are like The Shining, like breaking a wooden door, like it's Johnny, like it's so Beedrill. Like no,
like what are we doing? What is this monster? And Mega Beedrill, I think, goes at the bottom of our list so far because, like, why did they give you a Mega? Give Butterfree a Mega instead. If you're gonna give one of them a Mega, I think it's silly. Anyway, Pidgey.
Okay, so for the people who don't know me in the chat, I hate birds, so I'm not coming into this unbiased.
I don't really like Pidgey that much. It's just a little... We have to give Gen 1 its flowers because it was the very first generation of Pokemon ever. And so some of the Pokemon are just an animal. And that you can't get away with that. You can't get away with that in newer generations. In this one, okay. It was the first of its kind. They didn't know what they were doing, but this is very truly just any bird.
Yeah, this whole line, I hate it. on Principle of Bird, but also the very first episode of the anime, it was Pidgeys and I believe
Yeah,
their line
it was
that attack
actually.
Ash.
I'm pretty sure it was Spearows? Question mark. We'll have to
Oh,
let me fact check
okay,
this
maybe
real
it was a
quick.
Sparrow. It might have been a Sparrow.
What were?
But anyway, or no, yeah, because he was trying to catch a Pidgey and he hit a Spearow, and then that's
Yeah,
what started the whole thing. Okay, well, the point was the Pidgey was there and is also just guilty by association.
guilty by
It's just,
association. Spearows, yeah.
but yeah, I won't say it has to go in the well because there are definitely birds other than Pidgey that I think deserve the well, but
I would put
I
it.
don't think it holds up to also like other regional birds in other generations are so much better.
Yes,
Like I
and
know that the regional bird early on is never really that spectacular, but like he doesn't hold up.
for the future promise of other birds going in the well, can I please put Pidgey in the bottom of D tier?
Yep, that's
Okay.
fine.
Also, Chairman Caleb, I do want to know what you pulled yesterday. What card you got? Because like I like Pidgey because it was the OG. I'm okay with, but like it's still just a little bird. It's
It's
just a
just
little
a bird.
pigeon. Pidgeotto can go in the well.
Yep. I would say the rest of this line for me can go in the well. I
I
don't like it.
like the design of Pidgeot a little bit better, and I had one on my first ever team because obviously I did. I was
Okay.
a child, and so I would put it in C if it were me, at least C.
Fine, but the Firo line is not getting that
Oh,
treatment. I'll
the
let
Firo line can go right in the well. Don't even worry.
okay. I will let Pidgeot can go higher, but just know that Firo and Firo are going down.
In fact, let me just put them in the well preemptively. We don't need to discuss it.
We don't need to talk
it.
about it.
They could just go right in there. Oh my gosh! Blood on an olive branch. Thank you so much for the galaxy. That's crazy.
I
I've
love.
never
What was
gotten
that
one of those.
username?
Blood
I kind of
on
love that.
blood on an olive branch.
Are you saying blood on an olive
Yes,
branch?
I am. Thank you so much for the
That
galaxy.
username
That's crazy.
slaps.
It
I
it
don't.
hits
I
different.
don't know if that's a reference to something, but I love
It
that.
sounds like a reference, and I like both. If even if it's not,
Just my little English major brain is like, oh, what a
I don't know. I
metaphor.
want to. I'm trying to. Picking this apart. Thank you so much for the galaxy. That was so sweet of you. I appreciate it.
You
Oh
guys hear my
goodness.
cat scratching the couch.
Is that what that is? Is that Tilly?
Tilly said, I will be here too.
And Tilly's like, I am involved. That brings us to Mega Pidgeot. I don't care for it.
Put it in the well. Oh, wait, no, it's a mega. Sorry, put it at the bottom.
At the bottom, below Beedrill's Mega,
No, you're right. You're right. Above
above
Pedro.
Beedrill's Mega, above.
Above Pedro.
Oh
My
goodness.
hatred of birds does not outweigh my fact that I want to live, and I don't think Pedro will let me.
That's understandable. Okay, we have a little Rattata here. We have a little Rattata here. And
I like
for
Rattata.
the meme, it's pretty excellent.
I
Pretty
mean,
good.
I like him. I'm fine with him. You put him where you think is good, as long as it's not too low. I would say.
I think Rattata could find itself in B
I agree.
because it's
I,
just a
I
little
like him.
mouse. It's just a little friend.
I'm pretty attached to him. I also think that so I know there's always a regional bird, but it seems like at least from what I've seen, there's also usually like a regional rodent.
Hmm.
Um, and I think that he's pretty good compared to those. I think
Yeah.
that this line is definitely better than some of the other ones.
And
Um,
and again
yeah, I
and
like him.
again, it's because it's generation 1, they didn't know any better with just making a little animal.
Yeah, but I don't
But
even
they
mind
made
that
it
he's just like
purple.
a purple rat.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like him.
it's a
I
little
also,
transformative compared to Raticate per se, which I think Raticate could go in the well.
okay, so I think Radicate I like just because I like the line in general. I do think he's worse. I
Hmm.
also like that Butch and whatever the heck
Butch
the
and
other one's name
Cassidy.
is. Yeah, one of them has Eradicate. and that's kind of fun. That like
Okay.
that's the other Team Rocket affiliated Pokemon is this
Mm-hmm.
rat. I also just really like rats. I used to have pet rats. I don't know that I think he goes in the well,
Okay.
but I would agree that in general, not the best Pokemon. Like maybe bottom of D tier. I can live with that. I just
Okay.
don't think he's a well.
Where would you put it if you were the only one doing this list?
I think I would still put him in D tier because I'm willing to admit that's not enough of a reason to give him a higher position.
Okay.
Like
I
I definitely don't think that this is even a C tier Pokemon.
I would put it
I
above the
just like
cocoons. I think.
above the cocoons.
Yes, because
All right,
it's at least a creature. It's a creature.
it's at least something.
It's not just a little cocoon. All right, we got Ekans, and I do like what I like about Ekans is that the name is backwards. I think that that's super fun.
I love Ekans. I love him so much. I love snakes. I love that I know that he is also like just an animal,
Mm-hmm.
but he's purple.
Yes, he's
So how many
purple.
purple snakes do you know?
They purplified a
Um,
lot of animals in this.
I did. I really like Ekans. I liked Ekans in the anime. I think he's fun. I think his design is fun. I also think that like obviously a rattlesnake and a cobra are different species of snakes, but like the line makes sense to me. I like it.
Again, it was
Um,
Gen 1. What were they doing? They didn't know.
yeah. So I don't think he's an S tier. I'm even willing to say that he's not an A tier. Like maybe he's a B tier Pokemon,
I would
but
put
I
it
don't think he deserves to go that much lower.
I would put it above Rattata, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
an
think
A
he's above
tier.
Rattata.
I just think he's neat. The ring toss game and the N64 game where you fling a little Ekans, very fun. Next, if you come visit, you need to come visit me, and then we can play.
Oh my god, yes. Okay.
And it'll be so much fun. It's the mini games in Pokemon Stadium, and you got a bunch of Ekans and a ring toss and Diglet's just popping up wherever, and you gotta
Oh my
fling the
god.
Ekans to like land over the top of the Diglett. Excellent game, so much fun.
That is so fun. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, that's right. Do you have a Nintendo Switch Online account?
I do. Yes.
Because you can play Pokemon Stadium on Nintendo Switch Online, and
Oh, okay.
that's the game that has all this.
I knew I could play like the original Pokemon Snap, so like that's on my list of things to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I will add that to my list.
Yes, this the ring toss is also on there. So I 10 out of 10 would recommend just as a fun little thing to do. I don't think you need to stream it or like make a video on it or anything. It's just fun.
Yeah. Just to try.
Just
Just
a
to
fun
do
little
it.
time. Okay, we have Arbok, which I think Arbok is excellent.
Okay, so I first of all, his noise is so iconic. Like Chabak. I love it.
Arbok.
I also so I'm coming at first of all, I love snakes, so I'm a big fan of this. In the anime, he's really great. So Jessie's Ekans evolves into an Arbok just because she wants it to, and like that's like he's just got such a good bond with her, and like he's like, "You need me to evolve, baby? I'm there," and then he does, and
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I think he's just a cool Pokemon. Like, how are you going to argue with a purple Cobra? Like,
It's
how? Like,
sick Pokemon. They have not done
I
anything since then that looks like that.
right. And like he's cool. I know that like his hood patterns can change.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm sorry. He's objectively a cool Pokemon. Like even if you don't like snakes, even if you don't watch the anime, he's a giant cobra.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's so sick. I would put it in S tier. I would put it in S tier for you.
Oh, okay. I'll put it in S tier. I will say I think not as high as the starters though. I don't think he beats out
We'll put it
starters.
at the bottom. We'll put it at the bottom. But I think
Yeah,
it's like a really excellent design. They did a really good
he
job with
really
it.
is. I think he's really good.
They really crushed it, I think. 8 down with that one. All right, we got Pikachu. Specifically, the one on this chart is a female Pikachu, which I'm mentioning because it's got the little tail,
I like that more.
which is
I like
nice.
that more.
But I like Pikachu. It's tired. Let Pikachu rest.
I'm gonna say, and I've said this in videos, and it's been a hot take. I don't like Pikachu.
You don't like straight up do not like Pikachu.
I know he's the mascot. I don't like him.
Man.
I
The tea
I
is
think,
piping hot.
okay, remember, for everybody who doesn't know me, I am coming at this from an adult who did not grow up with Pokemon. My introduction to Pikachu is the anime where he regularly blows up buildings. He's constantly shocking people. Like, I be so for real. In real life, you would not go near a Pikachu. You wouldn't. Like, it would be so bad for your health. Like, maybe it's just Ash's Pikachu that I don't like.
It might be Ash's Pikachu that you don't like.
But also, I know it's the mascot. The design I think is unique. I can't think, I know that like people call it like a rat or like a rodent or something. Like I can't think of what animal they really completely base it off of. So I will give them that like this is a really unique like design.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Can I
I'm so
can I
sorry.
give my spiel about Pikachu? This
Yes. And I'm also willing to admit that I think I could be totally wrong. Like this is the mascot of a franchise. How am I
I
going
mean,
to say it's not
you're not
iconic?
wrong because it's your opinion, but I don't agree necessarily. Like I understand well from an anime standpoint, like oh my gosh, that's terrifying, but that's specifically Ash's Pikachu, and like
Yeah.
I'm trying to like relate it to something else, but it's just like you shouldn't like you wouldn't like judge all dogs based on one dog that you saw. And
That's true.
and so I don't think that Ash's Pikachu is necessarily the epitome of all. Well, it's like obviously a very very strong Pikachu, but like you shouldn't
Right.
like Pikachu as a concept should not be judged just on Ash's Pikachu.
I agree. And I will say that even though me and my siblings were not allowed to play video games or watch TV or anything,
Mm-hmm.
my sister went to like one of those ceramic painting things they used to have,
Mm-hmm.
and she painted a Pikachu. Like Pikachu was so iconic that my sister, who did not grow up with Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
knew what Pikachu was, went, "Hey, that's cool. I want to paint it." And she was able to paint it accurately. Like in terms of franchise mascots, like Pikachu is iconic. Like I can't think of any franchise that is more pervasive in the like we did not have this as kids. My sister could still perfectly recreate it at a ceramic painting thing with her Girl Scout troop. Like
Mm-hmm.
and even like now as I'm sitting here, like I'm looking at my bookshelf of all the Pokemon stuff I have, like I have a notebook that has Pikachu on it, I have binders that have Pikachu on it, like he is a good mascot. Like I'm
Yeah.
not going to knock that. Like
Yeah.
he is iconic. You know, a bunch of our friends just went to Worlds and they had
Mm-hmm.
the little Pikachu mascots everywhere, and they're so adorable. Like they
Mm-hmm.
are adorable. So like I hate him. I think if Pokemon were real, I wouldn't want to be within 50 yards of a Pikachu. But like I'll give him points
Mm-hmm.
that he is a successful commercial franchise mascot.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. Quick shout out to Faye or Ashlyn for resubscribing. Also, that is really cool. I appreciate you. But I really like Pikachu. I love Pikachu. Honestly, is what I like. I have an entire binder of Pokemon cards that's just my
True.
Pikachu cards. I think there's like 40 in there now. At this point, I when I was in Japan at every single Pokemon Center that I went to, I got their exclusive Pikachu plush because I just really liked him. I just think he's
And that's
neat.
really cool. I think that that's awesome. Like, even though I don't like him, like when you were like posting pictures of them and talking
Mm-hmm.
about them, like the fact that there is like that individual, like very cool. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to knock that part at all. Like my feelings are strictly coming from watching
Yeah,
him blow up gyms and
yeah,
Pokemon centers
totally.
and
No, totally. And I think that Charizard and Pikachu have kind of a similar kind of like they get put on
Pikachu does it
everything,
better.
but Pikachu does it better, and Pikachu's
Yeah.
fan base isn't out for blood all the time.
Yeah.
I
I'll
think
agree.
I personally I would put Pikachu at least in A tier.
Yeah,
I
I mean, I don't think I cannot argue with Pikachu going lower than A tier.
I think I'd put Pikachu in front of Blastoise, honestly.
Yes.
Just
Actually, yes. Yes, I'm fine with that.
it's an icon. I love Pikachu. I do think it's tired. It's not going in S tier for me because Pikachu needs a dang rest. But Pikachu was there for me as a child in a way that like not a lot of other like franchise icons were. Like Mario's cool. I didn't have a plushie of Mario. That would be weird.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I didn't have plushies of either. I didn't play either, but like, I definitely, yeah, Pikachu to me just has much more universal appeal.
Yeah.
Even if I don't feel like I like Pikachu.
I got you. I get you. Understandable. Raichu, however, eh, eh. I don't care that much about Raichu. Oddly enough, I think it's good.
A Alolan Raichu.
A
If we were
Alolan Raichu.
doing, if we were doing other things, if we were doing regional variants and stuff, a Alolan Raichu I like.
Mm-hmm.
Regular Raichu, I,
I think it's fine.
it's fine.
Yeah, like it's a good design. I would put in C, maybe, because it's just
Yeah, C's fine.
C for fine.
I also think that like most kids don't like, I mean maybe I'm way off base, but I feel like if you were a kid and you were playing the games and you had a Pikachu, you would keep it like I would be more likely to want to keep it a Pikachu. I'd be like, don't evolve. Stay the mascot. Stay the one. Oh, Chansey, stay the one. You know? Like I don't think that Raichu has the same appeal that Pikachu
Yeah.
does.
No, I totally agree. Thank you, Jothix, for subscribing. That's one of my real life friends. I didn't know you knew that I streamed. Hello.
Hello, real life friend.
We used to play Pokemon Go all the time in college.
Oh.
We were two of the only Team Instinct people on the entire campus. Good times. I miss that. I miss playing Pokemon Go as much. All right, we got Sandshrew. Big Sandshrew enjoyer. I just think he's a little guy.
I'm a big, yeah, he's got such little guy energy. I'm a big Sandshrew enjoyer. His introduction in the anime, top notch. Even before I watched the anime and I just saw him, I was like, I love him.
Mm-hmm.
I get flack for this, but he's a little armadillo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Texas. He's a little armadillo. I love him. I know he's a penguin. I don't care. I love this little guy.
A pangolin for everybody who didn't hear that properly.
A pangolin.
A pangolin.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Just making sure. I don't want people coming after you again.
Again. I know he's a pangolin. But when I look at him, I see armadillo and I go, that's my little baby. I love him.
He's a little
baby.
He's
Perfect.
I think it's really good.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
And like the brick design kind of deal that they have going on to make it ground type, that's so sick. It's amazing.
Yeah. I've also seen, you know how there's people who make like cool 3D realistic looking Pokemon videos? Mm-hmm. I've seen some really sick Sandshrew ones. Like, I know that's not technically part of like the canon of Sandshrew, but like,
no, we're
he must resonate with people.
It's a holistic ranking. It's based on everything we feel about the Pokemon.
Yeah, like I wish I could remember who the artist was, but there was somebody who made a really good like 3D real world rendering documentary style video about Sandshrew, and I was like, this is cool.
In the original Pokemon Snap, I also really like how Sandshrew runs. I think it's very cute. He just runs like this. He's adorable. I would put Sandshrew in S tier, honestly.
Yes, put my little armadillo in S tier. I'm fine with that.
I think it belongs among I think it belongs not in front of Squirtle in the sense that Squirtle is better. Yeah, it's better than Squirtle, but in the sense that I want it to stand next to those two and like hang out together. I think that they should be friends.
I agree. For me, that's such a peak Pokemon design. I think he's really fun. He's iconic. He's cute, but he's also, I don't know, I love him.
It's just a little guy. He's amazing. It's just
a little guy.
Sandslash, I like less than Sandshrew, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Thank you, Irvins.
He disappoints me a little.
It's just...
He does seem like a natural evolution to Sandshrew. Mm-hmm. He, like, the line makes sense. I just wish it didn't. I don't think he's bad. I think he's... Yeah, I think C is good for him. Like I think he's pretty meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar to Raichu, it's just like it's here.
I was like, all right, well, we did that.
We did that.
That's fine.
It did happen. Here we are. Okay, we got Nidoran, the female one. Before they had, well, the fun fun little lore with that is that in the first Pokemon games, they did not have genders of Pokemon. So you caught a Pikachu, it wasn't a male or a female Pikachu, it's just Pikachu. And so the reason they have these is because they were like, oh no, we want there to be gender difference for this Pokemon. And so that's why we have male and female Nidoran male, like Nidorino and Nidorina, and then Nidoqueen and Nidoking. Just fun.
I feel like that makes me like it less. They were like, this is how we introduce gender to the
yeah,
Pokemon.
because they didn't have the differences before.
I'm gonna be honest. Both the Nidoran male and female lines, I have very little feelings about. I don't think about them. They are there. That's about it. So whatever you want to do with these ones, I got nothing to say about.
I got a little bit of Finn lore with both the Nidorans. Separate lore for each one, but a little bit of Finn lore for each one. So, the female Nidoran. I'm still kind of collecting Pokemon 151, the card set, right? I've still, like, slowly, like, not as aggressively anymore, because most of the ones that I'm missing are reverse holos and, like, the rare cards and, like, full arts and stuff. You know the card that took me the dang longest to get that wasn't, like, a rare card? Any female Nidoran. I opened probably 100 packs. Between me and my brother, because me and my brother were collecting the set together, and he was opening his packs and I was opening mine, and he got one female Nidoran for his collection. Between like 100 packs of both of us opening cards, could only find one singular female Nidoran, and she belongs in the well for that.
That's wild. I'm willing to let you put her in the well for that. I also collected the 151. I did not struggle. I don't think I found a lot of dupes of her or anything, because I'm sure we would have discussed it at that time, because you and I were talking about it. But I don't remember the struggle to find her. But I'm willing to say well for that, because I was so frustrating. Mad. She wasn't even like a super rare one.
Nope. It was the only regular card that I could not find for like a very long time.
For 151, I found so many duplicates of the male line. Of the whole way, like so many.
So many
I would open a pack and just be like, oh god, there he is again. Okay. All right, I think I still have a bunch of them. So that's probably the only feelings I have about. I will say, I do know that when I was a kid, my grandmother had a Pokemon Monopoly board that we didn't play, but she had it because she worked at a thrift store. So like sometimes she ended up with like odds and ends kid stuff. And the Nidoking and Queen were the two last spaces that are the most valuable on the original Pokemon Monopoly board.
Interesting.
I didn't know who they were. Yeah, like I didn't know anything about them, and like we didn't play it as kids. It was just like a thing that was up on a shelf in her closet, and I think we like pulled it out once just to look at it. But like, I thought that was interesting that when they made the original Pokemon Monopoly board, Nidoking and Queen were considered the most valuable spaces. That's all I got for it, and that's not even like something that makes me go, ah, good. It was just like fun fact.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, you can put her in the well for that. I don't care.
Yeah. Nidoran male also goes in the well because when I was a small child, I had a friend who was not allowed to watch, read, or play Pokemon, except it was for religious reasons. And, well, my mom started influencing his mom and was just like, hey, man, it's not that bad. It's just little animals. It's okay. And so she started, like, kind of letting him into it, but so we would like try and trade Pokemon cards, or like I would try to give him Pokemon cards when I was at our house, and we'd like pull out all these different ones and be like, okay, how are we gonna like explain this one to your mom so she lets you take this one home, because she would screen them and be like, no, that one's not allowed. And do you know the Pokemon Puchiana?
Yes.
So I was just like, oh, it's a puppy. It'll be great. She likes, like, a lot of the ones that were little animals she was okay with. So we were like, okay. So I tried to give him a Poochyena and a male Nidoran, because I was like, it's like a little bunny. It's a little bunny. It's great. Like, it's just a little purple guy. And she looked at that and it was just like, no, that's a mean puppy and a mean bunny. You can't have those. And made him give them back. So that Nidoran also belongs in the well.
All right.
Because of her. Because of Jan.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about that.
What do we want to do with the rest of the line? Is the
The
whole are both whole lines going in the well?
Nidorina and Nidorino, I don't really care about. I think they can go in D tier, if that's
Yeah,
okay
I
with
think
you. Like
that's fine.
they're
I
just
think they're
whatever.
ugly, honestly.
I don't.
That's all I got.
Uh, Nidoqueen I had on my team, and so I like it. Although I now have a an issue with just the
Mm.
way that they talk about Pokemon, because why they give Nidoqueen those? Why they do that to her?
I do have like a niche complaint against Nidoqueen.
Okay.
So how to word this so TikTok doesn't get mad at me again. I am in the community,
Yes.
and I don't like that when we talk about like, yeah, Slay Mama Pokemon, sometimes Nidoqueen I think gets in just based on the fact that she has Queen in her name. And I
Mm.
don't think that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
I it's just like just because she has Queen in her name doesn't mean she's also in the like and that's like such a niche, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon content creators who are like we like to make jokes about this kind of thing and we like to make content and like that's sometimes I think she gets in based on just her name and I don't think that's enough.
I
I
get
don't
it.
think that's
I get that.
accurate.
I think that she's. I think that she is. I think that she can be. I don't think she always is.
I
In
think
every
if you can make an
context.
argument and you can make it funny, I'm willing to hear it. I'm willing to watch your video. But if your video is just Nido Queen, because yes, Queen, that's not enough. We're
Mm-hmm.
not doing that.
I think. I think people also like her because she's in the similar boat as Kangaskhan, where she's giving mother. Like
And you can give that as an argument. I'll
she's
hear that.
showing up to
Um,
the events with water bottles for everybody. She's got snacks. She's making sure everybody's blood sugar is doing well. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I don't think she's always, because there's the other part
right,
that's like married to Nidoking, and that's kind of a weird thing. And Nidoking's kind of got cop energy,
right.
and
She was literally designed to be in this relationship. Sorry, I have to be very careful because I've got Finn shut off from TikTok when we were streaming before, and I'm trying very hard not to do that again with
R.I.P.
my
Quaxley and the
language.
entire Quaxley line.
My rant about Quaxley got me kicked off TikTok live.
Thank you, Rigginks. Oh, Smile Gazer. That's what your IG name is. Cool. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Yes, Cub, you're exactly right. Some people forget that queen is an actual word and not just a thing.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
that's exactly what we mean.
And again, I'm willing to hear the arguments. It's just if your only reason is yes, Queen, that's lazy. You're not funny.
So that being said, I do think Nidoqueen deserves B tier. I think she is good, but she is complicated. She's complex.
Aren't we all?
I think I would put her up. I think I would put her above Wartortle. It's ironic that she's hanging out right next to Charizard. You like Wartortle better?
So. He's a little firefighter. It's fine. Okay, put her above Wartortle.
I can put it below if that makes you
No,
feel better.
I'm not a big enough fan of Wartortle to fight it out.
Nidoking. Okay, I like the style of Pokemon a lot. I really like the ones that are just a big dinosaur, but he seems like problematic.
I love dinosaurs. I was a dinosaur kid. So I love a lot of the fossil Pokemon. I love a lot of the very clearly like dinosaur Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him.
There's something about it that's not right.
I don't
think it
know what
belongs
it
in the
is.
well, but I would love to put it in D tier.
Yeah, D tier's good.
Yeah. It's still cooler design than the rest of these though. So I would put it in the top of D.
The top. I gotta zoom in to see what we're. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
It's better than a cocoon. It's better than a Weedle. It's better than a rat. Like,
yeah, that's fine.
Got some stuff going on, but it's got energy I do not enjoy as much.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine looking at him and being like, we're gonna get him to level 100.
Clefairy, instant S tier.
Instant S tier. Clefairy, Clefable. I don't want to even hear. They have some of the. I made a whole video about. They have some of the best Pokemon card designs. Like the artists that work on Clefairy, Clefable, Clefalines, like they it slaps. It all slaps. Every card design flawless. Also, apparently, this Pokemon was almost the mascot of the franchise, but
Mm-hmm.
then they were like, no, we got to make it Pikachu so it appeals to boys and not just girls, which I think is bullshit. But that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, instant S tier for me.
Yeah.
I stand
Clefable I
my
like
little
less
alien.
than Clefairy, but still would minimum put it in A tier.
If it can go next to Pikachu in A tier, I will accept that.
I will do that. I will do that for you. I'll put it next to Pikachu.
Okay. That whole line, I will go to bat for. I love it.
Vulpix? Love Vulpix.
I feel very neutral about Vulpix and Ninetales, which is so. I know that they are so appealing to everybody.
They're just
Um,
really cute.
they're very popular,
They just
and yeah, they're
adorable.
super cute.
But I
Little like foxes.
sometimes I feel like that's most of what they've got going on for them, though.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm missing because I don't dislike them, to be clear. I don't think they need to go in like C, D, or well or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But like for me, like they are visually, it's a cool design. I'll
Mm-hmm.
totally give them that. I do not understand the rest of the hype around them
I think they're
except
lacking
that cool
personality.
design.
Yeah, I think they're lacking
Yeah,
personality a lot.
which is weird because Vulpix is one of Brock's Pokemon and is like you would think would have more going for it because
Yeah,
like his other Pokemon are pretty iconic, but like his I don't know. I don't know.
I
I think that they're a good design
yeah,
though. I'll give
I
them that.
I think
And
I'd put
and their
Vulpix
regional
in
variant
B.
cool.
I think I'd put Vulpix
Yeah.
in B and Ninetales in A, just because I think it builds on the. It's not building on the
Yes.
design better, but it is a better direction to go with the design.
It's also very clearly to me like this line is a very good example of the evolution being like an upgrade and like it's very clear to understand how you got from point A to point B. Point B is higher than point A. Like it's very like it's a good evolution in terms of like what I think evolution should be. Even though I don't personally connect with the Pokemon.
Yeah, I think I put Ninetales above Caterpie and Vulpix above Rattata, but like that's
Yeah,
that's a good
sure.
spot for him. Jigglypuff, S tier.
S tier, iconic. I love Kirby. Jigglypuff is so iconic to the franchise. Has to be S tier.
Just S tier. Above Charmander for me, at least.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Bulbasaur has attacked me for this then.
Wigglytuff,
As
kind of cursed, just a little cursed.
Wigglytuff's not as good to me, and also I think Wigglytuff's anime episodes aren't very good. Which, like, the whole point is like she's a diva, whatever. Like, she's not supposed to be likable, but I still think she's not that great.
I would say that it falls in a similar realm to C with those other evolutions.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I like it better than Raichu, though.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Wigglytuff's better than Raichu.
Thoughts on Zubat?
Okay, so I know that those of you who played the games as children have trauma with the bats.
We have so many Pokemon
I get that. But I love Zubat. I love the bats. The bats are so fucking cool. Friggin' sorry, TikTok. I love the bats. But I know that you guys have trauma. That being in the caves in the early games, like Zubat was traumatic for you. So I'm willing to put Zubat lower for that. But I think they're great.
I would put it in C if it was me. What does that make you feel?
Can we put maybe Zubat in bottom of B, and I'm willing to put Golbat in C wherever you think it's best?
I'm okay with that. I could do that. I'd put Golbat in the bottom of C.
Just okay, that's fine.
I've been supersonicked a lot of times, man.
I just love this line.
Oddish. Sorry.
Huh? Oh, I love Oddish. I was gonna say bats are for the non-binaries, but that's just for people who know me.
Oddish?
I love Oddish.
S? S for Oddish?
Yes.
S for little guy? Put it with the other little guys up here? We
I
got
agree.
pink, orange, yellow, blue, and green little guys. They are ready to become like the Power Rangers of little guys up there.
We're so close to all the little guys.
I don't like Gloom as much, but I still do like it.
I actually love the whole line. I think they're really fun. I use them in the games. I love them in the anime. That being said, I'm willing to admit that this is maybe not a universally appealing design option or character.
Yeah. I could put it in the bottom of A.
Wow, that's higher than I thought you go. I'll take that. That's
Well,
fine.
like I
Yeah,
still I
absolutely.
still like it. I just don't love it. Love it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we got Vileplume, which I think is an S tier design. It's like I have no emotional
Yeah.
attachment to it, but it's a really compelling little design.
I agree. I think they're excellent designs.
I would put it in S. Behind Arbok, I feel like Arbok's design is more thought through though.
Yes,
For
I'll
me,
agree with that.
Paris.
I love Paris. I love my little Last of Us bug.
I think it's really
I
cute in a weird way.
And I think he's a very like I think that Paris Parasect is a very unique design of this fungus overtaking this bug, which is a
Yeah,
real thing that happens. Like that's a
yeah.
real phenomenon. So like I personally think that these are A tier Pokemon at least, but if you have a reason that they're not for something I don't know, then that's fine. But I I love these Pokemon. I think they're very
I would
cool.
put Paris in A tier. I will say Parasect freaks me out though.
I mean, because it's supposed to. It's the fungus has taken over, which is like, again, that's a real thing.
I just don't
And like,
like it. It's so
I love it. And then when you play Pokemon Legends Arceus, that's like, I mean, usually the first alpha you find is Rapidash, but the second alpha you usually find is the Parasect one. And like, I love, especially, I don't know if anybody's a Last of Us fan, but when I get a Paris, its name is Ellie, and then when I get a Parasect, its name is Joel. And like, the line, just the fact that they base it off this like real life fungus is so cool to me. I really like it.
I would put it in B tier for good design, but emotional value brings it way down for me.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah, as long as we're not putting it in the bad Pokemon place.
No,
That's
it's not a
fine.
bad Pokemon. It's just very upsetting to my soul. I look at it and I feel distress. I don't really like Venonat or Venomoth all that much. I'll be honest. Like, I don't think they're bad. They don't need to go in the well, but like, I just don't like them really.
I think they're cute little guys, but yeah, they don't have a lot besides the fact that to me they're cute little guys. Like
I think
that's it.
Venonat's kind of cute from an angle. Venomoth is nothing to me.
I'm fine if you want to put them both in D. I don't think they're well Pokemon, but yeah,
I
whatever you're feeling.
I'll put it above
Sure.
Weedle for Venonat, but Venomoth can go at the bottom of D right now.
That's fine.
Not a fan of it. Diglett and Doug trio, kind of iconic.
Iconic. They're cuties.
They're
They
nothing
have
like
great anime
exceptional.
episodes.
They're nothing exceptional, but they're certainly nice.
They're great. I think that they're pretty recognizable for Gen 1
Oh,
Pokemon.
definitively. Like everybody remembers Diglett and Doug trio.
So I like them, but I don't think they're S tier. I don't think they're A tier.
B tier? B tier, you think?
B maybe B tier.
Bottom of B, we can put them with Zubat. They can be in the cave
Yeah.
together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put them with my bat baby.
Meowth is an icon. We know him.
Meowth is an icon.
Sorry, Mewtwo.
I love
Sorry,
him.
Mewtwo.
We love Mewtwo. I think he doesn't have to go S because I know that the big thing that carries him is the anime. But like, come on, the anime character Meowth is S tier easily.
I think we could put it at the top of A above Pikachu because I feel like
Yes!
Meowth and Pikachu go together.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
love
the
that.
anime can't be the only thing it's got going on for it, and it doesn't
Yeah.
have a lot else going on for it besides the anime. But the anime, that's a good Meowth.
I mean, it's so good, and it's again in the same way that like we give Pikachu props for being mascot. Like Meowth is also a mascot.
Oh yeah,
Like
oh totally. Meowth needs the love that Pikachu gets. For how
he really
long
does
it's been
need
around too. Gosh.
it.
Persian.
Yeah, fantastic.
Persian I feel less strongly about.
The only thing that Persian has going for it is just like Giovanni's Persian. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know anybody who stands just like a Persian.
It's a cat. I
Persian,
like that about it.
I like cats, and that's not even when I think of like good cat Pokemon, I don't think of Persian. Like
I'd put it
a cat in technicality.
in D or C.
I would say D. I
D.
don't, I mean, I don't think about Persian.
I like it better than the cocoons. I like it better than the rat. I like it a
Yeah,
little less than Venonat, I think.
that's fine. Yeah. Venonat got more character, just Tracy's Venonat, so that's
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Indeed. We got Psyduck. Where shall I place Psyduck for you right now?
Please put my little anxiety ducky in S tier. He is iconic.
Put him next to
And even
Sandshrew
not
because
even,
they're both yellow.
yes. And not even just like Misty's, like when they made Pokemon Concierge, they were like, you know who we need to put front and center? Psyduck. And they were right.
And Psyduck in Detective Pikachu? Have you seen Detective Pikachu?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, gosh,
But
good Psyduck in that movie too.
see, he's good, and he doesn't need to be a specific anybody. Like he's good. He's great. We love him.
Mm-hmm. It's a good
Golduck, I don't.
Golduck can go in the well.
Golduck's in the well. Golduck is the Brock of Pokemon.
Golduck in the well. The Brock of Pokemon.
Yeah, his whole anime episode is just him doing things because he thinks women are hot.
I
We don't
don't
need that.
remember that. That's upsetting to me.
We don't need that.
Mankey. Mankey's a
I don't
fella.
really.
It's
He's a fella.
He's a fella.
I don't feel strong. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's terrible. I think he's there.
kind of feeling C tier about it.
Yeah,
Kind of feeling C tier about it.
I think that's fair.
Primeape, I feel a little better about it than Mankey,
I do feel better about Primate than I do about Mankey.
but maybe just like
Maybe.
higher than it in C tier.
Okay, where in C tier do you want to put it?
I don't know. Maybe above Golbat is how I feel about it, but it's not.
Fine.
I don't know. Like I don't know. It's got bracelets.
I think. Yeah,
Lost his
I think it's
tail.
my.
I don't know.
I think he's a good evolution.
It's a good evolution. We got Growlithe. I like Growlithe.
Hey, Cab. This is the police dog of Pokemon, so I'm not a huge fan, but he is a cutie.
But
Like
do
he's
you
a
get mad at all German Shepherds for what their job frequently is?
No, but I don't think they should be. I don't think canine. Sorry, I, I'm not gonna get you flagged for anything. Um, I am staunchly against canine units. I don't. So he's a great little guy. He's a super cutie. I think they were really onto something when they designed this Pokemon. I also think in Legends Arceus, like I know it's technically like a regional variant, but like the Growlithe part and Arcanine part of Legends Arceus is really good. I really like it.
Just a
So
baby.
yeah, while I don't like him for his part he plays in the anime, overall, not a bad Pokemon.
I would put it in A, if I may.
Okay.
If I may. Behind Gloom for you. Is that okay?
Yes.
And then Arcanine.
All right.
I also like Arcanine. I don't like that they tried to make us believe that Arcanine would be some kind of actual legendary Pokemon in the show.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, to me, Arcanine and Growlithe, I feel incredibly similarly about. Like in my mind, they would go together in our ranking. But if
Set them next
you,
to each other.
yeah,
I think,
like to me, pretty synonymous with
yeah,
each other.
they're the same little fella. They're the same. What do we think about Poliwag? We need to hustle it up a little bit. We got a lot of Pokemon
know.
to go.
I think that this line is fine. I don't have a lot. Poliwag's probably the one I like the most in this line. It's just a little tadpole.
Yeah.
But he's pretty mad at me. Like that line is not one that I'm like, ooh, love this.
I am compelled by it because I'm really compelled by round blue Pokemon. But other than that, like, it's not that specifically. I'm just like, ooh, it's round and blue. Hooray! Like, it's
I
not.
do like that it's like a tadpole.
It's
Like
friend shaped.
he's cute, and I like that they made it. I wish. I mean, obviously, Polytoad later will fix this. I wish this line had stuck more with the fact that like this is a tadpole, and like we're gonna move through the life cycle of a frog. Because instead they
Hmm.
just went, "What if he had human hands?" Which
Yeah,
I don't like. I don't
yeah,
like when Pokemon have opposable thumbs.
that's fair.
But
Understandable.
this guy's good.
I'd put
I
it
like
in
him.
B. Like, it's good.
Yeah,
It's nice. Fun fact: Poliwhirl is the creator of Pokemon's favorite Pokemon. They like him a lot.
really
Yeah, that's why Poliwhirl's on so much stuff, especially like in the early gens, because he's just like, I love this one. This is my favorite.
interesting.
Yeah. I don't
We
know
all
what
make
that
our choices.
I don't know what that brings us to. I feel like C tier for both Poliwhirl and Poliwrath.
That's fine.
It's good. It's good. I would put Poliwhirl higher than I would put Poliwrath.
Agreed. I think Poliwrath is a downgrade.
I think I'd put Poliwhirl above Sandslash, and I'd put Poliwrath below below Primeape.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it evolved and it didn't do a whole lot more. It just got a little mad.
It's just not mad.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I like it. It's just, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Abra?
I don't like psychic lines.
Mm.
This is another where let's be real. If you lived in the Pokemon universe, first of all, the crimes these things are usually creating. Like there is multiple episodes
Mm-hmm.
about the trauma being inflicted on populations and whole towns from psychic
And
Pokemon.
I don't really think
Hate
about
that.
Abra very much.
Yeah, and isn't this line controversial because it was based on like a real life magician, and then
Yeah,
they didn't
there's a.
ask about permission to use his likeness, which
That's
is
why
why they didn't have
Kadabra
cards
was
for
not
him.
printed until 151.
Yeah, so I don't like that. I don't like that they used a real life person's gimmick without asking them or compensating them for that. So that's kind of a meta reason, I guess, not to
Mm-hmm.
like this Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, this whole line doesn't go above C tier. I'm willing, if you like it more, to put it maybe in B, but I just don't like.
Okay,
I don't know.
for Abra and Alakazam, I would be willing to put them in the bottom of C tier.
Okay.
Kadabra, however, I did have one on my team before I learned that I could not evolve it all the way, and it was one of my iconic Pokemon on my Leaf Green team. I was a
Okay.
big fan of Kadabra specifically, just because I had one, but I can put it in B.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna put it above Rattata, I think, because I think it's got more going on. And then these ones can go in C. It's got a good design, at least. Like, they are designed.
They are designed
They are
for sure, and
well designed.
I do like it, and they are also kind of iconic for Gen 1.
I think
Like,
I'm
I'll give them that.
gonna move Charmeleon down a little.
That's fine. No one's rooting for him.
No one's rooting for him right
I
now.
will also say, like, the Sabrina episode of the anime of Indigo League,
Scary.
like,
So scary.
huh?
So scary.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you said Clefairy, and I was like, wait, have we backed up?
No.
Yeah, that was horrifying. That was an actual horror movie of an episode. So.
Literally, though. Okay, Alakazam. I would like to put it in the bottom of the Mega Evolutions because it has hands for feet.
Yes, I also think just giving it more spoons is not design.
Mm-mm. I do not think about Machoke or I do not think about Machop or Machoke ever.
No. Nope.
I would put them in D. I don't think about them.
Yeah, I don't think about those guys.
If that's okay. I don't think we have a whole lot of thoughts on them. Machamp, pretty sick. But I don't love it because it's a person still.
He's fine.
I think maybe it goes with Nidoking.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you think? Yeah. Because I don't like the humanoid ones.
No. And again, Pokemon shouldn't have thumbs.
Yeah, they shouldn't. They shouldn't do that. I don't want them to be able to hold things like a person. Thoughts on the Bellsprout line? Sorry. What?
I am trying not to extend our time, but I will go to bat for this line. I love this line so much. One of the first Pokemon I ever really struggled to catch was a Bellsprout,
Mm-hmm.
and for spiteful reasons, I love it now. She didn't want me to get her. I got her. She's mine now.
But
Um,
it made you want her more.
it really did. And I can't say it because I don't want to get
Yeah.
flagged anywhere. But I have a very specific nickname that I use for this Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Cub
I love
commented
it.
it.
Thank you, Cub. For those who speak Russian, that's what that is. But I love it so much. I Weeping Bell is just so funny. It's just what a terrible little Pokemon. And then Victory Bell, like the iconic scream of James Victory Bell, and
Mm-hmm.
it eating him in every episode. And like, I'm sorry, this Pokemon line is a very highly ranked Pokemon line in my mind.
Bellsprout, when I was a little kid, my mom did this thing where she made me a quilt when I was born, and everybody, like a bunch of people in my family, got like a square of the quilt that they could decorate however they wanted to put on my quilt. And so some people, they like paint, and the theme was flowers, so that some people, like some of my aunts, painted flowers, some of them like embroidered flowers with like ribbon and stuff. Like, it was really cool. My cousin Gary drew a Bellsprout because he's like, that's a flower. And so I feel very, very strongly in my heart about Bellsprout. I am willing to put
Yes.
Victory Bell in A at least. Weepin'
Yes.
Bell I feel like falls lower for me though.
I'm willing to put Weeping Bell lower also because that's another one of those Pokemon where people make the most unhinged, uncalled for comments. I love
Mm-hmm.
her.
I would put
I don't want to read what you have to say about
I would
her.
put oh, come on. Hang on. Okay, I would put Bellsprout in S. I would put
Yes.
Victory Bell in the very top of A,
Okay.
if that's
Where in A?
okay. The very top. Very top.
Okay.
Very
Yep.
top of A.
Let her scream.
And I would put Weepin' Bell in B.
Yep. I'm fine
Is
with
that
that.
okay? Are we good with that?
Yes.
Because I think it's a fun design. Like, it's a pitcher plant. That's sick. But
Yes. I love her.
yeah, I don't know. But
People just can't be cool.
I just like Bellsprout. I just like him. He was on my quilt when I was an infant. I grew up looking at that Bellsprout. Tentacool and Tentacruel. Eh.
Good anime episode.
True.
Otherwise, not a lot of feelings.
True. Does that
Very
get
also, fun fact, episode that was banned in the United States because it happened too close to 9/11. Fun lore.
neat? Good to know. I would put them both in the top of C for the episode.
Yeah, for the episode. Because otherwise, I don't think there's really anything going for them. I
They're
can't think
like
of.
interesting designs. Like, I like
They
how shiny
are.
they are. Good night, Cub.
They're fine. They're jellyfish. But
I
yeah, I. The only thing that when I think of them is I think of that iconic episode.
That's fair. Cub.
Cause
Cub,
Tentacle
go to
at the
bed.
North
Go to
Tower.
bed, you British child.
We're not taking an Anglo perspective on this.
Oh. All right, we got Geodude, Graveler, and Golem. Golem, I think we know goes in S. Let me get him up
Golem's
here.
my
Hang
number
on.
one, baby.
You're number one. Above
No, but
above.
of the rock types. Sorry, I should have. Of the rock types, Golem
I
is
would
my
put
ride or die.
I would put Golem next to Venusaur. It has a very special place in my
Yes.
heart because my brother loved Golem a lot.
Yes.
We had like a little
I-
top that you would spin, and it was Golem spinning around. It was great.
Oh, I really like that.
Mhm.
I love Golem so much.
Mm-hmm. As far as Geodude and Graveler, though, I don't care about them. I think about them
No.
as often as I think of Machop and Machoke.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them.
I'm putting them in
They're
D.
fine. They are the steps I need to take to get to Golem.
They're the
That's
steps
all
you
that
need to take
matters.
to get to Golem. Understandable. Okay, how do we consider Ponyta and Rapidash?
I hate horses, so not great. That being said, Ponyta's shiny is blue, and I love any fire Pokemon that has blue as the shiny, so it gets points for that. Rapidash also is the first alpha most people see in Legends Arceus, and it's a really fun introduction of
Mm-hmm.
like this horse is gonna get you.
Mm.
Um, Other than that, I don't think about them. I don't like them that much. I've never seen a Pokemon card of either of them that made me go, "Ooh, cool."
Mm-hmm.
Um, even the episodes that were centered around them in the anime were just like, horse races,
Yeah.
revolutionary.
When I was a kid, I was really into these Pokemon. I really liked horses when I was a kid also. I would go through phases of being obsessed with different animals at a different time, and horses was one of them that I had. So I like really was into cats. I was really into bats, and then I was into horses. Like I liked owls. I went in these phases of really liking animals, and horses was one of them for a long time. And so I really liked them because of that. I have the nostalgia value. Now I'm not like ride or die for him the same way that I used to be. But I also think that they have really good designs as a Pokemon. So
I will say that, yeah.
I would like to put them
Like
in
they're not
B.
just horses.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I would like to put them in B.
Okay, that's fine.
Just for those reasons, for nostalgia, for like objectively good design. I think that
Yeah.
they deserve to be there. To be in B. I'm not gonna fuss as much with like what order all these go in at this point. Now Slowpoke and Slowbro I really like.
Those are great babies. I love them. I stand. I don't think I can accept them going lower than A tier.
I don't
I'm
think I can
sorry.
accept them going lower than S tier.
Yay! Okay,
I
yes! I
love
was afraid that
Slowpoke.
you were going to say they can't be S tier.
Nope, nope. I would put Slowpoke up right next to Clefairy.
Yes. Yep.
That's okay.
Yes.
And Slowbro a little lower, but just because he stays back. He stays a little ways back. He stays
Yeah.
put him with the adults over here.
I agree. Flawless.
Mega Slowbro is very silly, and I like that about
He's
him.
so silly, and I love him. I love him as a mega. Like when I Tilly's having feelings.
Oh no. It's
I love like the. I don't know a lot about the megas. I don't really understand how the mechanic works. I don't really care about that. That is a peak Pokemon design. That the shell just his whole body. You know.
I would put it in the top of the megas.
Yes. Yes.
It's so
Okay.
funny. It's camp. I love that. They didn't take it seriously, and I love that about it. What the heck?
Agreed.
What are we doing here? It's amazing. Whatever it is. Look at how he is. Ugh. Anyway. We got Magnemite and we got Magneton, which
I don't. I don't think about them very much. Their anime episode was cool world building of like we use these Pokemon to have electricity for our towns. Like
mhm.
that's cool. That's all I can say about them is like
I think they're
that.
a bit iconic, but I don't think about them often, so I would put them in C.
That's fine with me.
Like, because I think that, like, comparing them to the designs in D tier, I think their designs are very iconic and very, like, memorable as far as design, but as far as, like, how often I actually think about them, less so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Far-fetched.
Like you're
Sorry. Just say your words.
fun. Oh, sorry, we're moving on to Farfetch. We agreed on mine.
Sorry.
Fun Pokedex entry that this is delicious and he comes with his own accoutrement. Like like that's funny. I don't like birds. That is objectively funny. Like he tastes good and he comes with the vegetables you'll cook him with.
Yeah. I think he's fun. I think it gets a lot better in Gen 8.
I have
But
no idea what happens to him in Gen 8,
well,
so I have no.
he gets an evolution, and it's a good one.
Oh,
So
okay.
it redeemed
What is that,
itself.
like Surfetched or something?
Exactly. I
Okay.
feel like we could put Farfetch'd in C though.
Yeah, that's fine.
C tier. All right, shall we speed run some of these? Because I think these ones in the middle, I get a little less. I care a little less about them.
Yes.
Should we speed through Doduo, can't even say his name. Doduo, Do Trio.
I like these. These are one of the few birds I like, but not a B tier at best. C tier, I think would be fair.
I agree with B tier. We're
Unless,
putting them B tier.
okay.
Seal and Dugong. I really
I
like
have no
them.
attachment to these, but I know you do.
I
I know
do.
you like them.
I do.
So
I'll
I
I'll
defer
put
to
them
you.
in B tier. I'll put them in B tier with your guys.
Okay.
I think that's okay. I think that's a fine place for them. They haven't done enough to deserve A tier. Grimer and Muck.
Iconic Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible comments about Mach.
I also don't
Um,
like to look at them a lot of the time.
I think Grimer's better to look at than Muck. So I think
Definitively.
that Muck is a D tier and Grimer could be C tier.
Yeah.
Unless you think okay.
No, that feels right to me. That feels good. That feels acceptable. Shelter and Cloister might go in the well for me.
No, not Cloister. Shelter can go in the well. I don't care
Shelter,
about him.
let's put Shelter in the well. Where do you want Cloister? What are your thoughts?
I love Cloister, but if you hate him,
Its face is so scary.
I love him. Oh my god. My little Rocky Vagine. I'm wi- I'm willing to say D tier if you hate him that much, but God, I think he's fun.
I'll put it with a I'll put it at the top of D tier. Is that
That's fine.
okay?
Oh,
Okay.
yes, I fully agree with that.
Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. We have to put Gengar up high for Kyle. Is the
We
thing.
do, and also Gengar is iconic. Gengar is
Yes.
also a mascot of the franchise.
Gengar is
So
the moment, and we have to
yeah,
appreciate that about it. Ghastly and Haunter?
Ghastly. I like Ghastly more than Haunter.
Mm-hmm.
Haunter can go. Honestly, Haunter's a well Pokemon for me.
Really?
I I don't like him.
I like
He's
Haunter.
awful.
I think he's
All
cool.
right.
I like the floating
Okay.
hands. But like
See, that's why I don't like him.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't think
fight
he
for
needs
it.
hands.
I like the disconnected hands moment. I think like as a concept that's cooler. Does he need hands? I don't know.
Um.
I think it's pretty cool. I can put it in the top of D for you. We can put it with
Okay.
Cloyster as a whatever, and then Ghastly.
Put him below close.
Oh, sorry,
You
sorry.
can put it. You can put him where you want. I
We're
just
gonna
feel
call
like
them interchangeable. We're gonna call them interchangeable. And then Ghastly, we both like Ghastly a decent bit. Would we say Ghastly
Yes.
is A?
Sure. Yeah. Ghastly can be A.
All right. Mega Gengar, chill.
I I think he's fine. I don't think he's spectacular or anything, but he's not like bad.
I'll put it between Blastoise and Venusaur. I think that's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Onyx thoughts?
I know that he's iconic. It's like one of Brock's Pokemon, but like
Eh.
you'd think because I love snakes, I'd love he's just a big rock snake, but I'm like,
It's not really giving Snake. I would say C tier because it's a good design, but
yeah.
yeah,
I'll say C tier.
C tier. I think Drowsy has a pretty iconic design and theme. Actually, it's not like my favorite thing ever, but like I think it's good.
I
Hypno can go in
cannot
the
forgive
well.
Drowsy and Hypno for the anime episode where they were abducting children. I did when I say I hate psychic Pokemon, it's because of these two.
They
So,
can go in the
like,
they can go in the well about it. It's okay. The
okay.
well does not mean bad design. Just to be so clear.
Right. I
It's
think
just
they're good design. I think they're horrifying characters.
I don't. Okay, we got Krabby and Kingler. I don't like them. I don't like them that much. I'm not a fan. I don't like crabs all that much. Thank you, Obi-Wan Shinobi. But I don't like crabs that much. I was afraid of them as a child, and I just
The only thing I can say about either of them, and I know the like Kookie is like very iconic of them, and
yeah.
like obviously Ash has a Kingler that like people like, but like yeah, it's just a crab.
It's just a
It's
crab.
and also like it's a crab who kind of looks like maybe he should be in a home. Like he looks like he has something going on that needs medical intervention.
Yeah, I'd put it in D tier. It's just nothing. So nothing to
Yes.
me. So nothing to me.
Yep.
Voltorb and Electrode. Iconic,
Hate them.
but I don't like them.
I hate them so much. That's when I talk about that electric Pokemon are just bombs blowing up things. That's literally what these two are. Like that's all they.
Would you like them in the well?
Yes.
I'll put them in the well for you. I'll put them in the well for you.
Thank you.
Execute and Executor. I don't
They're
really
fine.
get their whole deal that much. I think Executor is kind of cool, but like just eggs?
Yeah. Oh, well, so here's the thing I don't like is the names are puns on eggs.
Yeah.
They look like eggs, and then apparently they're seeds.
Yeah.
So So what's happening, Pokemon? What are we doing? You
I
named them after eggs. You made them look like eggs, but then you tell us in their Pokedex they're not eggs. I don't like that.
I could put him in D. I could put him in D and be okay with that.
Yep.
Yeah? Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, we got the third line of D tier. Yeah, Exeggutor can go above Execute. That's fine. Cubone and Marowak. I gotta put these kind of high in my brain.
Yeah, first of all, Cubone is pretty iconic for this. Like,
Uh-huh.
Cubone is in a lot of merch. People like Cubone. Also, tragic
Yeah.
backstory. Like, they really, like, they were like, we're gonna hurt you with the design of this
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Also, shout out to Robin. Marowak is his favorite, and I like Marowak better because of that.
Nice. I think that also, like, what is it? Is it a lowland Marowak? What is
Mhm.
Marowak's regional?
Yes, it's a
That is
lowland
a
Marowak.
sick regional.
Exceptional. Exceptional.
That is stunning.
Stunning.
Um,
I would put both of these in A
so
tier if it were up
yes.
to me. Is that cool?
Yeah,
Okay, let me.
I'll give you that.
I gotta tandem drag them in here because I can't scroll while I'm holding one. There we go. We got
Somebody said
Hitmon.
something. Oh, go ahead.
What did you say?
Somebody said us putting Haunter in D tier is a crime, but
Well,
lock me up because I'm not willing to change that.
I like Haunter. I will say, it was not my choice to put it in D, but I get it. It's okay. Different people have different opinions. That's just how it is. Hitmonlee is one that can go in the well.
Really? Out of Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, I like Hitmonlee more. But
I don't like either of
he
them.
is freaky looking. He is freaky, so you can put him in the well.
Both of them freak me out. They shouldn't look like that. Hitmonchan is just a person. Can it go in the well?
It can.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Lickitung, I just like him because he's like he looks like he's friend shaped.
He's goofy. Yeah, I know this is another Pokemon where you can't read the comments about it.
Mallory
But
loves
I
Lickitung
like him.
also.
He's a fun little goofy goober guy. Jesse's Lickitung is fine. Like I like him. I wish people weren't trying to ruin this Pokemon
I
for the
would
rest
put
of
it in
us.
A. I would put it in A.
Yes. Yeah.
The mini
Also,
game.
like, he's a unique design.
The mini game in Pokemon Stadium, which again you should play. It's really fun. It's my favorite one. It's my favorite mini game. You go around and it's conveyor belt sushi, and you're trying to eat the most expensive food.
Oh, I like that.
It's so cute. So like it shows you the chart of like what all the most expensive food is, and you're trying to beat the other players and eat a more expensive meal than them. You're getting a deal as Lickitung.
I love that.
Obsessed with it. All right, coughing. Coughing's got to go high, right? There.
I love my boy Coughing. He's so perfect. He's just a little bouncy happy ball.
I would put it in S.
Yes, I agree.
I'd put it in S for you. I just think he's nice. Wheezing, however, I don't like as much.
Weezing can go in the well.
Weezing goes in the well. We're doing it. I'm okay with that.
I hate him. I hate what they did. So when Jesse's Ekans evolves to Arbok, I was like, okay, I can come around to this. And then Jesse's Coughing evolved to Weezing, and I was like, we're never going to emotionally recover from this.
Disgusting. I like Rhyhorn. I think it's good.
Yeah, I have like a weirdly soft spot for this line, even though there's nothing that's happened in the animes or the games to make me feel this way. This line, I think just because it's designed so well, I really like it.
Rhyhorn and Rhydon showed up in a really big way in my Pokemon Team series, where I would like come up with a situation and be like, this Pokemon is the one doing this. And those are that was my start. That was my start to Pokemon content on TikTok. And so I will always love them. Rhydon I like even more, but Rhyhorn I was in the very first one. It was in the very first one.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a good line.
Yeah. S tier? S tier?
Sure. Yeah.
Put it in S tier.
Especially if this is what got like helped contribute to your Pokemon career. I love that.
Yeah, it was the first Pokemon Teams video that Rhyhorn was in. It's just like because people were doing it's like, oh, this is my my Pokemon team if I was a trainer, and I was like, well, this is my Pokemon team if I was just like a regular person who doesn't go out into the world. That was my like first big video.
Oh, it's Chansey.
Oh, it's Chansey. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, how fast can I put it to the top?
Chansey, my sweet baby chicken. That's an S tier Pokemon.
There we go.
I love her.
Very top of S. There we go. How fast
I will
put
say,
it up there?
just in case anybody's watching and they're like, defend yourself. She is a doctor. She cures depression. She is perfect. She is round, and I love her. And I will not hear anything against that.
Nope.
Also,
our little heartfelt moment about Rhydon, and then I'm like, Chansey!
Yeah, Chansey is definitely, I have a whole Chansey shrine. She's a big reason I got into Pokemon. Alright, I'm obsessed with her.
We
so
love Chansey. I always liked Chansey. I love Chansey because of you. Like, Tangela, S
What do I feel about Wooper? I'm like such a Wooper stan, and it's literally only because of you.
That makes me so happy. It's just my friend's favorite Pokemon makes them my favorite Pokemon. I just love them so much.
Right? I'm like, this is...
I think Tangela belongs in S tier as well. Can we confirm?
Yes, I love Tangela. Tangela was also a big reason that one of my videos went viral, was because I, first of all, called it Tangela, and everyone was like, how did you say that?
I call
and
it
then
Tangela
also,
now because of you all the time.
I think he's fine. I don't think Tangrowth is great, but he's not here, so that doesn't matter.
He's not here. What do you feel about Kangaskhan?
Mother. I like her. I don't think she's like the greatest Pokemon ever designed, but I think she is good. I like her.
I think it falls in the same realm as Nidoqueen, where people say it's just like, oh, she's Mother, but like, did she do anything to get there? And so I would put her with Nidoqueen.
That's fair. I do think that her episode of the anime was very good. That she was like raising this feral child.
Yes.
Like that was pretty great.
Yes, I would put her right next to Nidoqueen in B tier because I think she's good. But
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Her Mega Evolution is just the baby out of the pouch.
I don't know that I think that's great design.
I wouldn't.
It's fine. The baby's out.
I'd put it above Charizard.
Yeah.
I think.
The orange one, right?
Yeah, the orange one.
Yeah. That's fine.
Horsey and Seadra.
I don't really think about these Pokemon very much. I know that Misty had a Horsey, so like that's, it was sort of iconic with the anime, but like I don't think about these Pokemon very much.
I don't. I think about Horsey a lot more than I think about Seadra. I think Seadra deserves D tier definitively. I think Horsey may be C tier.
Okay. That's fine.
Is that cool? Are we vibing with that?
Yes.
Okay. Goldeen and Seaking. I think about them never.
Never. And again, another Pokemon, and actually Misty's most forgotten Pokemon. Like when I'm trying to count down Misty's Pokemon in my head while I'm watching the show, that's the one I forget all the time is Goldeen.
And people say that they're very, but
I think that Goldeen has a good design and Seaking has a good design. Like I don't think they're badly designed Pokemon. They are kind of just fish.
But they're just fish.
Right. Right. So like there's a lot of fish Pokemon where I'm like, this is kind of just a fish. Like I don't know that you like you. It's fine. It looks good. Whatever. But
I would put it in D tier.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Staryu and Starmie. I know you have some feelings about them.
This is another one where when I say it, I get people being very upset. I don't think these are well-designed Pokemon. I don't think they're good Pokemon. Whatever, Misty's got them, and she uses them as life rafts half the time.
Honestly,
cool, I guess that makes them iconic. But, like, they're just starfish. And, like...
I think that Starmie's got more going on, and I like that about it, because it's kind of got a fidget spinner situation happening, and I think that's fun.
I was going to say they're so meh. I don't know which one's which, so when you said its name at first, I was like, I don't know what, but I know when you say fidget spinner.
One.
The purple one.
This is the purple one.
They're so interchangeable and meh to me that, like, I have not learned their name difference.
Their names are also a little meh. Like, I don't understand what we're doing with that.
Yeah, like, it's you and me, I guess.
Yeah. It's you.
I will say the purple one is better than the brown one.
Oh, yeah. Purple one's better. Where would you put these? That's what I would like to know.
The brown one is the well.
The brown one is the well. Okay.
The brown one is the well. It's just a starfish. And we
I
slapped a Steven Universe gem in the middle.
I would like to put Starmie up with the other purple ones in the D tier. In the top of the D tier.
Okay, that's
That we
fine.
have
Yeah.
slightly conflicting feelings about.
That's yeah, I can live with D tier.
Mr. Mime can go
I
in the
will
well.
admit it's better than the brown one.
Oh,
So
definitely. Mr. Mime can go in the well.
Mr. Mime can go in the well. He's a fun character in the anime, but it's not enough to
Not
make up
enough.
for what he is.
Not enough to make up for the fact that he's a mime. Scyther is pretty sick. I think it's a good design.
Scyther's sick. I love him as Tracy's Pokemon. I use him a lot in Legends Arceus because
Okay.
of his false swipe move.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the only way I'm catching some of these Pokemon. Um, so I really like Scyther. I'm a big fan.
Mm-hmm. I like Scyther a lot. I think it's an excellent design. I would say it deserves S tier.
Yes. Okay. I'm glad.
Especially-
Okay.
Yeah, especially compared to like how the other, like I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot. Like Gen 1 was a generation of not a ton of designing. I feel like that was one of the big designed ones.
Yes. Especially compared to like the other bug type Pokemon
Mhm.
of Gen 1. He is a very well designed bug
He
type
is the
Pokemon.
moment. Jinx in the well.
The well.
The well. Electabuzz. Kind of also
the
feeling the
well.
well. The well.
I hate him.
Magmar.
The well.
The well. The well for Magmar.
The well. These are bad. This whole like when I get to this row of Pokemon in the Pokedex, I'm like, ugh,
Not a fan of them. Pinsir is better, but still not my
he's
favorite. I don't
better,
like his
but
mouth.
no, he's so
He's got a scary,
not fun to
scary
look at.
little face. Maybe D
I don't
tier?
think he's the well, but he's low D tier
Low
for
D
me.
tier. I don't like his Mega Evolution very much. I like it less than the Beedrill one.
I
But
don't
not-
even know what his mega is.
You gotta look real close.
God, I got it on my iPad, guys. Oh, I hate that. Okay, yeah. That's
Not as bad as Hands for Feet, though.
not as bad as just more spoons.
Taurus, I honestly kind of like. It's nice.
I like Taurus.
It's just
And
pleasant.
when I first got into Pokemon Go, he was like one of my first kind of heavy hitters.
Fair enough.
So I have a soft spot for him.
He's just a little fella. It's just a guy.
Yeah.
I
Just a little, very large fellow.
honestly B tier. Like it's not
Yeah.
exceptional, but like it's nice. It's good to look at. It's a little bowl. I don't know. Magikarp. Magikarp gets me in trouble every single time I rank it. It doesn't matter if I put it high. It doesn't matter if I put it low. Somebody's mad at me every single time.
Somebody said, sorry, me and Maddie would not have gotten along, especially on the playground.
Oh, internet. That's true. You did. We did just throw out some mons the internet's a fan of.
We wouldn't have gotten along for other reasons. Promise me, I have bigger flaws in my personality than Pokemon.
So Magikarp,
But-
it doesn't matter if I put it S tier. It doesn't matter if I put it F tier or in the well. Somebody is going to yell at me about it, and there's nothing I can do to win. Even if I put it in the middle, I just make everyone mad.
I think that Magikarp is B. I get that it's iconic. It's fun. It has its moments in the anime. But overall, like, let's be for real. If you're playing the game, this is just a Pokemon you are having to evolve.
This is
Like,
a transitional Pokemon. I put it in
Right.
B. I'll put it in B happily. I don't know. Gyarados? I like Gyarados. I had one on a team at some point.
I like him. I will say the thing that I like about him the most is the art that you sent me, the sticker you made of him. So
Yes.
that's my like bias towards him.
Thank
I
you.
don't care for him much otherwise. But he's fun and actually he is very well
It's
designed.
well
So
designed. Can I put it in A?
Yeah.
For good design.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like the way we've been ranking these is like S is amazing, we love it, everything. A, very well designed and we like it. B, good design, we feel pretty good about it, but we don't like love it. C tier is just like, I don't know, it's fine, I guess. D tier is we
It's
don't
there.
think about it or we don't care about it, and the well is we hate it.
yep.
Yeah. Mega Gyarados was fine.
I think it's not that great, but
I think it's better than just a little the baby came out of Kangaskhan's pouch.
that's true. When I'm looking at the megas, there's a lot of not that great. So like, you know,
Sorry,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. I love Lapras. I love Lapras so much.
Love Lapras. S
S
tier for
S
me. I
tier?
mean,
S
I can
tier.
hear it. Yeah.
Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate that, LM7. A little. We're doing a little lore dump for Lapras real quick because it is very important to me. Oh my gosh, you sent me so many hand hearts. Thank you. But we're doing a very short lore dump with this one. There was one of the like little kid books about like little kid Pokemon books, that like the tiny ones for like readers of like first grade level or whatever. There was one about Lapras, and it was the whole like it was the anime episode basically. So you have seen
Okay.
this one. I loved that
I
book
mean, and
so.
it has great episodes.
Hmm.
All of them.
I was like 6 or 7 years old reading this book. It was a library book, so I borrowed it from the library. I loved this book so much that I copied it down. Like I hand wrote, copied
Oh,
it
I
down
remember you telling me this.
into a notebook. And like so I could read it whenever I wanted because I had to return it to the library. I checked that book out a couple of times in a row and renewed it, whatever, so that I could finish. I was 6 or 7 years old. I was little. And I copied
Oh,
that book down because in a notebook because I wanted to read it whenever I wanted.
I love that. Oh my God.
That was hard for me. I was a dyslexic little 6-year-old, okay? That was a lot of work. I loved that book. It was exceptional. It was so much fun. So yeah, love Lapras. Big fan of that.
Yes.
I put a lot of effort into reading about Lapras. Ditto I feel positively about.
I am wearing my Ditto shirt. I love it. What a good anime episode. An anime episode that also like changed the canon of this Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because originally it was just the one Ditto in the anime that couldn't do faces, but it was
Mm-hmm.
so popular that they were like, now all our Ditto merch is Ditto who can't
Just
do
so
faces.
iconic.
Um, I love him. I love my little jelly dude. Like I think he's so fun. I didn't play these games, so I don't want to think about I guess in the breeding center he's very useful. I
Yep,
don't that's
certainly is.
cursed knowledge. But I think character-wise, this little blob of jelly that they made that can transform, like what a cool design of a
Yeah,
character. I think
that's
it's great.
that's a
Um,
concept. It's serving concept. I would put it in S.
yes, yes, agreed.
I'd put it in S. It's serving concept unlike a lot of the Pokemon in this generation, and I love that for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I still have the notebook. I haven't found it in the many times that I've cleaned my room. I wonder if when I was like in high school and less sentimental, I like got rid of it or something. But I don't know where it is. Internet. If Eevee, love Eevee.
Love Eevee.
Good little friend.
Feels a little oversaturated, but
Should we put it with
the
the other
coolest
mascots?
mechanic.
Should we put it with the other mascots? But higher?
Well, but I'm willing to give it more, even though I'm not a big fan of Eevee, because conceptually, one of the coolest things they've done with Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like all of the evolutions are really, I don't know. I think it's really. I personally think that Eevee is on too many things. I
Mm-hmm.
think Eevee has too many Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
I'm sick of them. But like, I mean, I'm not going to argue with the fact that this Pokemon, like, this is one of the coolest
And it's so
evolutionary
cute.
Pokemon.
It's such a
It
cute
is
little
really cute.
baby.
I mean, and again, it is with there because they had Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.
Eevee
Like
can go
it
in
is,
S tier. I just wasn't sure if you were
yeah.
tired of it.
I am exhausted with Eevee, but I think she deserves her laurels. You know?
Eevee is the Taylor Swift of Pokemon is the wildest sentence I have ever heard, but it's absolutely correct.
Yeah, I hate how much that
That
resonated.
was so
Oh
true.
my
So
god.
true, bestie. Vapor. I adore Vaporeon. It would be my
I
favorite
love
evolution,
Vaporeon.
and the internet made it bad for me, and it makes me so upset.
So of the original three evolutions, Vaporeon, because I saw Vaporeon before I saw the memes,
Uh-huh.
was my favorite. I was like, that one is serving concept. That one is so cool. What a slick design. Like, I love it. it sucks that the internet is what it is.
I
But
would like
like,
to put it in S tier because I think it deserves respect.
yes, yes, I don't think we can let the people on the internet ruin her.
No, I
She's
love
so
her. I put
cool.
her above Evie even. Like this poor
Yes.
girl. Flareon, I think I would also like to put in S tier. I used to not really like Flareon, but it's one of Mallory's favorite Pokemon. And because of
I didn't
that,
know that. Okay,
because
so
I love Mallory
yeah,
so much, I want Flareon. I love Flareon now.
we stand Mallory in this house.
We
So if
stand
Mallory,
Mallory.
I would say like for me, Flareon probably would have been maybe A tier, but for Mallory,
For
it can go
Mallory, it's
higher.
S tier. Jolteon, however, eh,
I
it's
hate
all right.
Jolteon.
It's
I
okay.
hate it. That's my least favorite evolution. I think it's bad. I don't like it. The introduction in the anime wasn't good.
I think it's
It's an
kind of
electric type,
okay.
which I think was established.
You
I
don't like
hate.
those. I kind of like it. I just don't love it in any way. Can I put it at the bottom of C tier?
Yeah, that's
Is that
fine.
okay? Is that okay for you?
I'm willing to admit that me thinking it's a well Pokemon is probably not accurate. I
I
just,
think it's
God, I hate it.
I think it's fine. I just don't care. I look at it and I don't feel a whole lot.
Oh,
Porygon.
I'm so sorry. Somebody was commenting Jolteon will always be my favorite. I'm
I'm
so sorry.
sorry. Internet, I think none of us would have gotten along on the playground.
I love Porygon. I'm forever upset that Porygon was banned from the anime because of one episode, which the seizures were caused by Pikachu. So again, my
Tired
hatred for
rat.
Pikachu continues.
I think
Um,
Porygon is serving concept, it's serving color.
yes,
It's a good Pokemon.
it's a good, and it was so. I mean, especially considering like at the time period when it came out, that was so iconic. This like Y2K, this idea of the internet and computers, and like I love it.
It's very
And I'm so
vaporwave.
upset that like yeah, it doesn't get its like but it was vaporwave before vapor. Like that was just what I'm so
It can
upset
go in S.
about.
It can go in S. It can get the respect it
Yes.
deserves at this point.
Yes.
I also like that Ollie really likes Porygon. That makes me like it more. Alright, we got Omanite and we got Omastar. Classic memes of the Pokemon community.
They really are Lord Helix. That's the only thing I think about them though, is the
Exactly.
Lord Helix thing.
I don't
I will
consider
say
them.
though, somebody sent me an actual fossil that looks like what are these?
Ammonite. Well, the
Ammonite.
fossil is an Ammonite. The Pokemon is Omanite.
Yeah, right. So like somebody sent me an actual Ammonite because of this Pokemon, and that was really fucking cool.
I think they're good. I think they're
So
good Pokemon. They're well designed. I don't think a lot about them though.
yeah, when I first saw them, I thought they were snails, and I actually liked them a lot because I thought they were snails,
Hmm.
and they're not.
I think
But in my heart, they're still snails, and I like that.
I think I'd put them in high B tier.
I'm fine with
Is
that.
that
And
okay?
like you said, there's such a meme. Like it's hard to argue with the like the culture of it all, you know?
I think I'd put them. I think I'd put them up here because they are important and they are good designs, but I don't think about them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kabuto and Kabutops. Kabutops
They're
is kind of sick,
creepy.
but they're upsetting to me. They're
I
skeletally.
don't like to look at them.
It makes me
And
uncomfortable.
the one episode that they're in the anime, they're like trying to off people, you know, like mm-mm.
Uh, uh, I think low C tier because again they're well designed, but I don't like them.
They are well designed. I'll give them that.
Just put them in C because they're still good. I just don't like them. Aerodactyl, I think is pretty sweet.
I think he's fun. I was a dinosaur kid. This is a dinosaur. I
It's
like that.
it's a I, it's a good B tier. I think.
Yeah, I
It's
think
just
he's well designed.
it's good.
Scary in the anime, but well designed.
It's neat. I just like to look at it, but that's about it. I don't think Mega Aerodactyl really does anything for me though.
Nope.
Better than Charizard Y. but
As most things are.
it's not saying a lot. I like Snorlax a lot. I know that you don't like Snorlax as much as I do.
I feel very neutral on Snorlax. I don't have the like nostalgia factor for Snorlax. But he is also a mascot of the franchise.
Hmm.
When they were making Squishmallows and like Snorlax, right there, like I respect him for what he is.
I
I
love
just he's not.
Snorlax.
I don't have the emotional attachment.
Yeah. I love Snorlax because my dad loves Snorlax and my brother loves Snorlax. And when I went to Japan, I got them both Snorlax stickers and they got really excited about them.
Oh.
And so I love Snorlax because my dad's a real sleepy guy. He comes home from work, he falls asleep on the couch. And so my dad was like, "That's me. That's me right there. That's who I am." And so it's one of my favorite Pokemon for that reason. I don't know what to
I
do
think
with
it's
that. Huh?
I think just based on the fact that he is a mascot, like if you wanted to put him in what is that, A tier with the other mascots, I think that would be fair.
Okay.
If you wanted to put him higher in S tier, I could. It depends, I guess, on where you want to put him.
I'll
But
put
I
him.
could easily see him being A tier, even though he's not one of my favorites.
Okay, I can put him in the. I can put him with the mascots. I'll be okay with that. We got Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. I like Articuno. I don't like the other two that much.
I hate birds, but Articuno of those three birds, the superior bird. That is the better character design in every way.
Do you want Zapdos in the well? Out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That's
Put
what I.
Zapdos in the well.
Moltres, not in the well, but I don't really like it that much.
I don't think his design's that good.
D tier.
I don't think. Yeah.
D tier. Articuno. Articuno. How high would you like Articuno? I will defer to you.
I hate to say it, it is an immaculately designed bird.
It's a good bird.
Like, I could see A tier for this bird. I hate to say it.
I'd put it in A tier. I'd be okay with that. I like it.
Okay.
Articuno is my favorite of the birds. Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. I am obsessed with Dragonair specifically. Can it go in S tier?
Yes.
Okay.
But also, I really want Dragonite in S tier.
I can do that. I can do that.
I love him. Dratini's fine. Dratini's a cute little noodle baby. But maybe, like, not as high.
I would put it in the top of A.
Okay, that's fine for me.
Uh-huh.
I think that this is, and I will knock them for this is not an evolution line that makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
But they are so great that I don't care.
They're so good. Dratini it's a little guy, but it's not a little guy energy. Does that make sense?
I think he's like cute little noodle guy. I just think that like cute little noodle guy is not enough to carry you all the time.
Yeah.
Like you need more.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have more.
It doesn't have more. All right, we're down to our last 4 things to rank. We got Mewtwo.
I got this.
How are you feeling?
I am an S tier Mewtwo believer. I think Mewtwo was right.
I think Mewtwo was incredibly iconic.
He's so good. He is also like he's on a lot of the merch. He's in Super Smash Bros. He's in other things.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is pretty iconic. Also, his movie is great. His movie is fantastic. The birds wish they could have captured half of the energy of Mewtwo's movie.
I will
I love it.
Happily put that in S tier.
Okay.
However, is Mega Evolutions? Throw them in the well.
No. They are terrible.
We're putting them at the bottom. I don't like what they've done to our boy. And our last one, we got Mew. I like Mew.
Okay.
Mew is in a lot of movies also.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
I can think of at least maybe just one. I'm confused. I don't know. Mew's around.
I was gonna say I've only seen Mew in the first Pokemon movie, which depending on which version you watch. If you watch the Japanese version, Mew's an asshole. And if you watch the English version, Mew is a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think Mew's a really good design. And I think that Mew is a fun character.
It doesn't have the development Mew has either.
Right. Like, yeah. I'm not willing to die on the hill for Mew the way that I am for Mewtwo.
I think Mew's just like a little trickster, and that's cute and all, but like Mewtwo has depth.
Yeah. Mewtwo has an ideology.
I would put
Like,
Mew. I would put Mew with the mascots.
yes, I
Yeah,
think that's fair.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, that was the last one. It took us 2 hours and 20 minutes to, well, actually 20 minutes we were troubleshooting.
For troubleshooting.
So,
I will say, I think out of those first 2 hours, that the first hour was like the first 20 Pokemon.
yes, we spent a very long time on the first 25. We were really in there. But let's review our list.
Okay.
I feel happy with where everybody is. I feel
I
like
feel great. I cannot believe that Chansey ended up #1 in S tier. I mean,
how
obviously my heart, but I love
I
you for
don't
that.
have like my favorite Pokemon. My favorite Gen 1 Pokemon is Snorlax, but I'm willing to accept that it alone is not doesn't have enough going on with it, that I feel like A tier is ones that we want to give respect to, but we don't like,
Hmm.
and they have good designs,
Yeah,
but they aren't it all the time for us. And so I
right.
feel like Chansey both has the lovability, she has the concept, she has the design. Um, I love Chansey because you love Chansey.
I love her so much.
And I just look at Chansey and I feel nothing but joy, which I think is exactly what is supposed to be happening with it. And I think that that's
Yeah.
fine. I think that's where she belongs.
What is okay? So if Chansey was our #1, what did we put in last?
In last place?
Yeah, like what did we do last last?
Well, we weren't really structuring the well, so Zapdos, just because it was the last one to go in the well. uh,
Okay,
how to
okay.
emotionally, I don't know though. Maybe Hypno. Hypno may be my last Gen 1 Pokemon.
I think Hypno is fine as a last
I'm gonna
last.
put him down there just for fun. And then of the Mega Evolutions, truly we only really like Slowbro.
Hey, I give props to the blue Charizard. I
No,
give
well,
him
we were
that.
giving props, but we weren't like, I love that.
Yeah,
Mega
yeah, really
Slowbro
the
was the only one we were like, yes!
yes.
Amazing. Yeah,
Oh my
so
god.
I think these make sense. Like, S tier, we love.
Hmm.
A tier, respect. B tier, pretty alright. C tier, really just meh. D tier, dislike or forgettable. Forgetball. There we go. For, Forgettable. There we go. This is another. Remember when I said that I was dyslexic? There we go. And then the well. And I feel like that's a pretty good way to
Well,
categorize everything that we've discussed here.
I think we did a pretty solid job on this one.
I'm proud of us. I think we've done a good thing here today.
I think that our S tier and the well choices are just like flawless.
Live voting poll. Oh, no, I don't want that. I clicked on that to see, but because it would be interesting if we could get people live voting on it, but no, that's okay. But I think we've done a good thing here today. I'm proud of having Chansey at the very top.
Me too.
I think that
My
was
sweet
good.
baby chicken.
Well, that has been the stream, I think. I don't think there's much else we can cover right now. Thank you guys all for joining us for this adventure.
Thank you so much for putting up with my very loud voice.
And for my very quiet voice, apparently. I changed the volume as much as I can. I don't know why it's doing anything right now. Wonder if my thing wasn't plugged in properly. Anyway, I think we're gonna call it here. Maybe we go raid someone. Let's see who's about. Who's doing stuff right now. Raid channel.
Oh, thank you, Caleb.
Let's see do I have anybody that we know who's doing stuff right now. Oh, do you know Just Janie, Maddie?
No, I will look into them though.
I like Just Janie. She's not doing Pokemon though. Nobody's doing Pokemon that I know. Oh wait, Kathy is doing Pokemon. Maybe we raid Kathy.
Let's go raid Kathy.
I think she's real sweet, and she's shiny hunting a Goomy. That sounds fun.
Oh, I love Gumi.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining us for this wonderful little adventure we've gone on, where we discussed where all of the Gen 1 Pokemon go in a lot more detail than I think we ever anticipated.
Yep.
But thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys on the next one. I think tomorrow I will be streaming Pokemon Sword, as I have been, on Tuesdays. So I will see you for that, and hope you guys all have a great day. All right. Bye to Twitch first. We're sending you off.
Goodbye, Twitch.
And then bye to TikTok.
Bye, TikTok.
I personally. Oh, see, that one looks big. This one.
Are you still there, Maddie?
Yes, I was gonna say, are we no longer live?
Oh, we're no longer live. Yeah, we're good.
For anyone coming in who is new,
Cool. I think that went really well. I'm sorry. I feel like that went way longer, and it was probably because of me.
No, it's chill. That was fun. I can't believe I got a
I hate
freaking
myself, so I'm
somebody
going for
sent me a
Jumbo
galaxy. What the hell?
We're 8 Goomies in.
That was so nice.
And then they didn't say anything else except in chat they were like, "Yeah, it's a reference."
Not.
When we were talking about their name, Blood on an Olive Branch.
Oh.
And then they
Oh
didn't
my
say
god.
anything
Okay, wait.
else.
I love that name.
I'm
That name is sick.
Oh Lord, I'm about to
Pretty
goom.
fire.
Look out.
Pretty fire.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
Sorry.
very strange.
It's okay. You know what? It's fine.
I'm gonna go because I gotta see.
Shout out. I know
I have a script dinner tonight.